And we're live. Hey guys, thanks for showing up, hanging out with us. Um, Basically, I told the guys I wanted to maybe talk a little camping, a little outdoors, just ready for summer, man. I got the fever, ready to get out and do some stuff. Just talk about maybe what's some plans this summer for some people, and of course, we're going to talk about anything else that pops up. Maybe a tornado on Jackson. So,
well, let's
but
hope.
hey, what's that, Mike?
Let's hope not. We don't want to see Jocko getting any tornadoes.
I don't fear death, man.
Yeah, but that would be epic to have a tornado on a live chat. You know what I'm saying? That's just epic.
You guys are too sick for me.
Hey, Mike, you want to do a? Well, let me just say I'm joined with Mike DeLucia, Will Hornbuckle, and Jack of all trades. But go ahead and do a rundown for us, Mikey.
Sure. First guy here was, hey, first pitches. That'll be me. Then we had Stump Greenwood, SC. He's going to try to make it back. I'm a redneck Cockerham. What's up, brother? Sass Green, 13th man. What's up? Mr. Crabinet. Did I say that properly? Mr. Crabinet. I hope I did. I hope I did. Skywalk, 41. Stone Guy, 223. How are you? Of course, Ohio. Galen Long, how are you? Jack of all trades is in here with us. Todd Mitch, thanks for coming. Who am I missing? And Will Hornbuckle is also here with us.
Jerry Pruitt.
Jerry Pruitt. How are you, sir? Oh, here we go. SKS Hugo, what's happening? Silver's Hard, how are you? The Oily Prepper. How are you, sweetheart? Mr. Fat Man Tolly. And
he out in the chat?
Yeah, he is.
I sent a link to his YouTube.
I think I'll go back and read his comment. I think he said something about taking the dogs out. Lost and found metal detecting. How are you? Good seeing you. We said Jerry. Joel Sweatman. What's going on? And I think that's it. If I missed anybody, please yell, "Hey, Mike, you missed me," and I'll apologize. I'll scroll back to tell you what Mr. Tolley said if you'd like me to. Mr. Tolley said, "I'll be getting in as soon as the dogs come in." So I would say send him a link, and by the time you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like a toy handcuff key to some toy handcuffs.
Oh, it's not a toy. It's real.
No, it looks like one of those old keys to an old door. You know what
Skeleton.
I mean? Yeah.
I don't think it's to a door, though. It's a little short. I don't know what it's to.
It's a handcuff. It's a handcuff key.
So elaborate.
Is there a hole? Is there a hole on the end of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
probably a handcuff key.
It's a handcuff key. Yeah, it's too big of a hole for a real handcuff, so that's a toy handcuff key.
They made them out of metal?
Oh yeah.
No.
Mr. Tolley, sir, how are you?
I am.
But it could be. It could be very old too, though. Will it could be to, like a Western set or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a Kit Carson Western cap gun set or something. That'd be cool.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. Hey, Jeep is out there too.
Jeep, how the hell are you, man?
Wow. Yeah, I seen Jeep on chat last night.
Hey, Scott. Listen. Man, I still owe you a prize. I'm feeling like Skyward now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. Whenever it gets here, man. Don't worry about it.
I still owe you a prize too, man. I'm kind of feeling like him.
Friday, I looked over on my stand. I said, "Son of a bitch! There's that freaking Star Wars book laying there."
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Jerry Pruitt said, you know what? Jerry Pruitt said cheap handcuffs, and you know what? He could be right there too. Maybe not toy handcuffs, but just a cheaper, you know, quality handcuff.
You know, I like
Instead of something.
I like Van's idea or a cabinet key. That's a little.
Yeah.
Well, it's for Lion Day handcuffs.
Gosh, cat. Man, does anybody want a cat? I'm gonna stop being a vegetarian for long here.
I don't do cats. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're like useless.
There's Oily. Finally get some class to this chat.
So, but anyway. So, what's up there,
And I got this package just going to waste for your kids, Mike. Just sitting there.
Don't worry about it. It's all good, brother. You know that. You know how I am. Hi, Oily.
Hi, guys.
No, I'll tell you what, Mike. Last night and the night before, I broke out the old single burner propane stove, you know, like little camp stove, and I made some hot chocolate one night, you know, and then I made a cup of tea, and then I ended up cooking some. Last night I ended up cooking some hot dogs and some baked beans, and then watching your video today and a couple other videos. You actually got tagged in a Massachusetts prepper video, Mike. You gotta start another fire there, brother.
Yeah, I saw
I watched that, and a couple other Southpaw Bushcraft to watch her video where she found a new trail, a new campsite, and it just got me itching. You know, I'm ready to get out and enjoy the outdoors in the summer, and you know, do some camping, and you know, even just cooking out or sitting. Like I said in the description of the chat, man. Let's talk about what our plans are. Are we going to be camping? Are we going to be fishing, hiking, metal detecting? What are we doing, man? Can't wait. Does anybody else have that feeling that they just can't wait to get out and enjoy some? You know, I'm sick of winter. We're all sick of winter, I think.
That itch.
I think winter's over now.
Yeah, I think you're right, Scott.
It was about, when I was digging today, it was about 35 degrees, but the wind, had to be below zero, below freezing with the wind chill. It still sucks here, man. There's still snow on the frickin' ground in the woods.
Well, it wasn't cold here today. I mean, it was probably, I don't know, 58. But we had a slight wind, but it's getting colder because tomorrow's going to be raw and rainy. Well,
it's raining here now, and it's 60 and rainy. Yeah, that ain't too bad.
Yeah, it's only going to get as high as 44 here tomorrow, and it's going to rain to boot. So the marathoners love it because it's not humid, it's not, you know, all that. So the Boston Marathon, people are going to be running the Boston Marathon. They're happy and they're pig and shit. It's the spectators that won't be too happy. But and the reenactments that they do over in Lexington, Mass, you know, for the all the reenactments that happen through Lexington and Concord.
What, in the Revolutionary War or something?
Yeah, because tomorrow's, you know, Patriots Day, so, you know.
Oh, yeah.
April 9th,
today's Patriots?
1975.
Today's Patriots Day.
Right, today's Patriots Day, but they'll celebrate it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So tomorrow they'll have all the reenactments going on.
Gotta have an excuse to take a day off work up there, don't you?
It's kind of cool, you know. No, I have to work, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm with you, Ohio. I have the itch. Well, literally I have an itch right now, but I have the itch. I want to go, and you know, it's cool. I had a lot of fun today doing that video with my daughter, and I'm thankful that Trevor Fillmore tagged me in his video. I had some time today, so I went out and did it. But yeah, I want to go do some camping. I mean, I go away every weekend anyways. but it's not. I don't call it camping because all my family's there and all that. When I call camping, it's going out where I don't hear anything. You know what I'm saying? Except for birds. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Oh
only
yeah.
way.
Well, when I was younger, before I was married and stuff, I had a buddy that every once in a while, me and him would pack, up a pack and just what we could carry, and then go try to stay about 2 or 3 days out in the middle of nowhere, just to. But it got to the point where he wasn't bringing enough food for himself, and it was like after about day 2, you're hungry, not because you didn't bring enough food, but because your buddy didn't bring enough food.
Yep. My first little shelter I made, I was probably I don't know, I was probably 13, and so we stayed. We had the cottage and everything, but I was up there all summer from the last day of school to the day before school started, and so my father would be working during the week, and mom would be there with us the whole time, and I'd say to her, "Can we go do this?" And she'd be like, "Yep, you just gotta let me know what you do." And my cousins and I, we'd throw about 8, 9 sandwiches in a friggin' backpack or whatever, and remember the old metal, the circular metal canteens? Mine says Mohawk Trail on it, but or Mohawk. I think it says Mohawk Trail, but anyway, and we went out, and my cousin says, "You want to stay over?" I'm like, well, yeah, all right. And we sent my other cousin going back anyway, so we sent him back and told him we're staying out for the night. And we stayed out for the night, and we made as best as a shelter that 2 13-year-old kids can make. And we got eaten by a lot of bugs. It was a time, and we loved it.
Hey, you old guys! Hey, you old guys! What kind of car is this?
Chrysler.
That's for a
Chrysler.
Looks like a LeBaron. Probably a LeBaron key.
No, could be for anything.
K car.
No one knew it was probably a LeBaron. Hey, you old guys! Fuck you! You're older than all of us here. Pardon my French there, Oily. You can smack me later.
Am I the oldest one here? Holy shit!
Yeah, you're older than me and Scott.
Is he?
Yeah. Right, Scott?
I don't know. Must be.
Scott, look up.
I thought I was the oldest one here.
I think you are.
Nah.
I was born in '66.
Yeah, see, Scott and I were both born in '67, so you're screwed.
Man, you guys are old.
My 51st birthday is Wednesday.
Yeah, Scott's got me by a landslide.
By a landslide, listen to him.
That's a big difference between 48 and 51, man.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I'm not 51 yet, though. Not
You
yet.
got Jack over there that just went through puberty, so.
Right. Jack's just starting to grow hair on his nuts, for Christ's sake. Just teasing.
What's this? What is this stuff on my nuts? I'll make a screaming hairy ballsack.
Hey, Ballsack.
Hey, AZ Prepper, welcome. Stump, good to see you came back, brother. So
yeah, he said he couldn't sleep, so he keeps thinking about me. I told him to stop thinking about me. He might be able to get some sleep.
Tossing and turning, thinking about Big Burley, Ohio.
So
That's right.
So who else has any plans to do whatever? Like Scott, what are you gonna do?
I'm hoping to. I started working on a teardrop camper last year.
Cool.
So I'm hoping I can get that done this summer and go camping with the old lady. It's kind of cool to get out and not have to really do anything. A teardrop's light enough to haul it behind her little Saturn.
Yep. Sure.
So I don't have to take my big old pickup to haul it along.
That's cool.
That is neat.
So
You got a picture of it or something?
No, I'm just getting the frame done. I've got all the sides and stuff are down here in the basement.
Yeah. Do you need any rivets?
No.
Okay. If you need
Oh,
any
wood.
rivets, right, you just let me know. Just
Are you Rosie the Riveter?
no, but I also work for I work for a sign supplier / fastener. So
Oh, okay. Cool.
as long as you get me the numbers off the box, I can match them up, and I'll send you out anything you need.
Cool.
All right.
For the low price of $19.99.
No price whatsoever. Full free. We have a couple of trailer places that custom trailer places that we do business with. Now they don't do the teardrops, but they do the, they do. It could be a snowmobile trailer, it could be anything from a snowmobile trailer to friggin' something you're sleeping in,
Like those Hallmark trailers.
Yeah, right.
I had an old 4-foot by 6-foot trailer that was just sitting around because I don't live on the farm anymore, so it doesn't do much.
Right.
And I decided I'd stretch it out a couple of feet, and and that's going to be the framework for it.
Well, that's cool though.
We have
Hey,
a
guys,
lifetime
every
license
time-
on it here.
Every time Will holds something up, let's tell him it's something that's not old and break his fucking spirits when it comes to metal detecting.
I figured you guys would know these. These are bullets, but I don't know what kind. Are they shotgun?
That's too close. Pull it
Yeah.
back.
That looks like a shotgun slug.
Look at the back. The back
Ohio,
is
can you lock on him?
hollow.
Yeah, that's a shotgun slug. That's a shotgun slug that didn't hit anything.
Yeah, somebody missed their deer.
He
Yeah.
missed
Yeah.
a deer. That's a slug, okay? But I'm going to tell you something right now. They suck at shooting, and they got lucky that didn't hit. Where'd you find that? Was it in a field or?
I got two of them along the riverbank.
All right, so it didn't hit a tree or anything? Wow, they suck. Lucky they
They
didn't hit
suck
a tree.
really bad.
But look at, there's not even a mark on that thing, Scott.
I know.
It didn't hit a thing. It didn't hit a branch, nothing.
It just lost it. It just lost its velocity and just dropped.
Right.
Yep.
Or it might have been somebody, 500 yards away shooting in the air, and it just came down on the ground that way. But
Well, or they tried to, take a 300-yard shot with a shotgun,
right.
and it just don't go that far.
Geez, my shotgun's brand new, and I wouldn't do it for more than 150 yards.
Damn.
Well, plus it's a Mossberg, so.
Fuck you. That's why I can do it.
You guys hear that rain?
Is that rain?
Yeah, you hear that?
Fuck
Crazy.
yeah! I thought it was static. I thought it was something in your thing.
That's what I thought.
What's up, brother
Yeah, it's
Jordan?
raining.
So that's cool that you're
coming
building a
down hard, man.
teardrop, though. Hey, GI Customs, how are you, my brother George?
Yeah, I wish my welding skills were just a little bit better.
Yeah. I'm not good at welding either, so good luck to you.
I just have to grind a lot.
Southern Style 357, how are you? Well, that'd be cool. Oily, how about you, sweetheart? What are you doing? What do you have any plans to do, or what do you want to do? Did we lose Oily? She said she was having computer problems.
It's a 1876 seated dime. Bam!
We know what Will's going to be doing. He's going to be digging, but he's going to do the bushcraft stuff too, because I'm going to make him do the bushcraft stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
Put your glasses on, Will. It's a 1976 Eisenhower.
I'm
Or
gonna.
Roosevelt. Whatever it is. It's not old. It's a 1996.
Jacko, what about you? Other than surviving this tornado, what do you want to do?
I want to go to Disneyland.
You want to go to Disneyland?
I'm going to Tuna Town.
Are you taking a skin boat?
Italia.
Take taking the hot dog to tuning town.
Let's see if my audience members, or I'm sorry, Ohio's audience members knows anything about this money clip. It's a knife too, and it's got a. I'm guessing it's a money clip. And why would you wear this on your hip?
Why not?
It's got a. Well, it's like the size of a lighter.
Because I can is the best excuse for everything.
That used to be my favorite.
Yeah, that's definitely a money clip.
Yeah.
My uncle used to carry one just like that. It didn't have the wood grain on it, but it was just like that. Had like a knife on one side and a little file on the other, or something like that.
Yeah, I got a pair of scissors in it.
That's like probably retro 1978 to 1982 era.
Probably. Yep, Will has no choice but to do bushcraft because I tagged him in a video today, and he has to go out and tell us what his favorite snacks are out in the bush.
My favorite what? Wildlife snacks?
No, it can be any snack you like, whatever you like.
Oh.
I just like snacks.
Yeah, me too.
Snacks. That's what I said.
Kind of comes with being a fat guy.
I forget who wrote it, but somebody commented on my video today and said, Pepsi. Oh, Brian McCown did it. Pepsi, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. You're lucky if you can get in there a half a mile. I'm like, you'll be out of breath in a half a mile or some shit like that. I was pissing myself laughing. I said, it's a good thing I didn't mention the 2 butts on the walk in, huh?
Yeah, and I said hiking with the kids, or I said short hike with the kids because you don't want to go on a long hike with the kids.
Yeah.
Short hike with the kids and snacks. 2 of my favorite things, best of both worlds, you know, especially the snacks. Who doesn't like snacks?
Yeah, I didn't. Hey, Tommy Tugan, how are you? Yeah, I just, I didn't bring a backpack with me, anything like that. And I wasn't in an area where, you know what I'm saying? I was in a state park. It's only about 3,500 acres to the state park, so you can't get lost. You can't get, you know what I'm saying? It was loaded with people today to begin with. So I'm like, I don't need a backpack. So we just went in probably a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, huh? Yeah, you had fun? All right, good, but I guess we are supposed to be at 11:32 at night. Go that way.
Is that camera girl?
That's camera girl.
She better get her butt to bed. She's got to go to school in the morning.
No, they're on vacation.
What?
They're on a week vacation.
Isn't that
Spring, yeah, my kid's spring break was like 2 weeks ago, man. It's crazy.
They're on vacation this week. But I just
I tell you.
she loved it, and the funny part is we're walking out, and she sees the snake, and she's like, "Oh, supper tonight." So I'm turning my daughter into a redneck, I guess, too. So just like her father.
That's all right.
There's nothing wrong with that. So
Redneck is good.
yeah, it is.
Last fall? Well, last end of summer, me and the boys were at the Cuyahoga Valley National Forest, and we'd taken a hike, and
Fucking Brandon.
it started getting dark on us, man. And my one boy's like, "Man, we better get back to the, the park area where you park and everything, camp area."
Trailhead.
Before it gets dark, and I was like, "Yeah, we will, man." And then I realized that we might not because we were on a 4 mile, trail or whatever, and I was like, "Man, we might get caught in the dark." But I had a flashlight on me. I'm always prepared for that. But my one boy was like, "We might have to kill something and eat it, Dad." I was like, "Really? Oh, it's not even dark yet, and you're already making plans to kill something and eat it." I was like,
I love that attitude, though.
Redneck all the way. Well, I suppose if he was a true redneck, he'd already had something killed to eat.
Right, or something. I said, "Well, I don't think we need to kill anything just yet, man." I was like, if we get stuck out here and we can't make it out, I said we can eat some bark or something just to keep us going through the night. And he was like, no, we're going to have to eat a bear or something. I was like, how are you going to kill a bear?
I love his thinking.
Well, first of all, I said, you find a bear in north central Ohio.
Good luck, right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's our first thing. They're around, but man, they're not like up near Will or anything. They're
right.
We might have 1 or 2 black bear spottings a year, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yes, not very many here.
They're all through New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot in southern Ohio. When you get southern Ohio, close to West Virginia and like over near Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But not where I'm at.
Good night, Stump. Thanks for coming in, my brother.
See you, Stump.
Later, Stump.
Good Stump.
Quit thinking about me. Get some sleep.
Now that Oiley's back, Oiley, we kind of went through the panel. We skipped over Will because we know what he's going to be doing. But no, we'll actually get back to Will. I don't want to be mean. Oiley, do you have any plans on, whether it's detecting, whether it's camping, whether it's whatever? Like, what are you itching to go out and do? Anything?
Probably camping. My father-in-law found us a great deal on a camper a few years ago. It's an older camper, but it was just sitting in some people's like little awning carport thing, and a tree fell on it, and it kind of got a hole in the roof, but my husband fixed that. Otherwise, it's in really excellent shape, so we haven't got to get out that much and go and do, because he's always working, but finally he's getting to where, like, when he works, he might work the full week, and then he'll just work for 3 days the following week, so he has 4-day weekends, like every third week, probably.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so I think we're going to start going out and camping more. I really want to. So
now,
if I can handle the heat.
When you guys go out camping, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's camp or the detector, it don't matter. It can, okay, but whatever it is, and you're there and you're doing it, because when you're detecting, you're in the woods anyways. Well, woods, field, same thing, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel the same way as I do? Do you like, you're rushing to get there, and you're doing your list, make sure you got everything right. So you're going crazy. You want to get there. You get there. You finally you're unpacked. You do all your shit, and you take a deep breath and you go, and then it's just like, don't you feel like so much? I don't know. Like I feel
relief?
different. Yeah, but wicked relief, and it's like I love. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's the best.
I just love being there.
My favorite is getting the fire going. I don't know what it is. It's like you're not camping until that fire is going.
Until the fire's going, there you go.
Okay, I love that.
Southern Style 357 said he's going to try hammock camping. He's going to give hammock camping a try.
Cool, man.
He's never done that.
I watch videos on that, and I hear stuff on that. I have a bad back, and I said to somebody, I don't think I could hammock camp because I have a bad back. And the MI Woodsman told me that it's okay because he's got a bad back too when he hammocked. And he said it's, so, I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on your hammock. I mean, you're not going to go to Walmart and buy like a $6 hammock and go hammock.
Yeah, you're going to buy.
You're going to need a little bit quality thing.
Yeah, you're going to buy a decent hammock. You can't, you're right. You can't buy a.
What I need to invest in is like a mosquito net or something like that,
Absolutely.
They have those one hammocks that actually have it built in, whether it's for like a big person like me, I don't know, but they have them.
Hey, Brandon, what are you doing?
Looked like Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan had a baby.
I told you that story, Ohio, that my sister's, because when I used to shave my head, when I wasn't so lazy, my sister's, friend of my sister's thought I looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I said to my sister, I go, is she single? And she says, yeah. I said, oh, that's great. I said, give me her number. I'll call her. So she says, no, I can't do that. I says, why? She says, well, she's only like 23. I said, well, I'm only like 33. I don't give a shit. Give me that number. She wouldn't do it, though.
Oh, my gosh. Mikey, I have to tell you, my granddaughter is, like, infatuated with you.
Oh, that's good.
after she saw you on the computer, your picture would shrink down because somebody else would be talking, so it'd go up on the screen, and she'd go, "Where'd your friend go? Where's Mikey? Where's Mikey?" It was so cute. And so then next day I went to go check my YouTube, and she's like, "I say hi," because I told her we could say hi to y'all that night.
Right.
So the next day she's like, "I want to say hi." I said, "Oh, they're not on there right now, hon. I'm Mikey."
Oh, that's cool.
She loves Mikey. It's funny. She's hilarious.
Well, do
Hopefully
this.
she gets out of that stage pretty soon.
Oh,
Do you have
I
her
know.
You gonna see her tomorrow?
No, I get her every other weekend when we
Alright.
get her. So
The next time you have her, right? You know what I'll do?
what?
We'll get on a chat. When I get on a chat, and I'll say hi, Chelsea, and then you can replay it for her.
Okay, that'd be good. Yeah, she was tickled to death. She enjoyed meeting everybody, but she has this particular thing for Mikey. I don't know if she has a crush or what, but she likes Mikey. She likes Mikey. Anyway, but yeah.
Sounds like trouble to me.
Brandon says he looks like Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan had a baby, but I think he kind of looks more like Paul Blart, the mall cop.
Who's Paul
I was
Blatt?
thinking the same thing.
Oh, that was you last night that said that, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was you. Who's Paul Blatt?
the mall cop. It's what's his name? What's
Kevin.
his name?
King of Queens guy,
Yep.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah.
yeah.
He stapled his nuts together on when he was on the King of Queens. That was pretty funny.
That sounds really painful.
Yeah, it looked painful. Oh, Brandon, Brandon, where you are? Oh. Let me squeeze out a tear
Got
for
a
you.
must. Yeah, you gotta work for that one.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go camping like in Colorado. Where's a good camping spot? I just
In
want a pretty
Colorado?
spot.
I've
Yeah.
never been out there. I can't. I wouldn't even be able to help you with that.
I've got to go
I'll tell you.
someplace where it's not smothering hot.
If you want to travel and see a really cool place and camp out, me and my wife camped out for 2 weeks. We went to the Grand Canyon.
Oh
We
yeah.
camped out there.
Isn't it not
And-
smothering hot?
No, not really. We went in. Let's see, October,
Oh yeah.
and it was perfect. I mean, it was,
Which-
but it got cold. It got cold at night. You definitely need a fire going at night.
That's what I heard. That's what I'd
But
like.
yeah, we spent 2 weeks there. It was awesome.
Yep.
Flagstaff too. Out in Flagstaff, Arizona was a great place to go camping.
Lost and found detective says right next to the weed store.
That's funny. Hey, yeah, I might give it a try if I was
You know what?
there. Do they sell the essential oil?
Let me. Can I help you? Let me. He's not up. I don't think. But let me. I'll get a hold of a friend of mine. He lives out in Dillon, Colorado,
Hmm.
and I'll ask him. Do you have like a preference? What do you want to do? Are you going? You want backcountry? Do you want?
I would
Campground.
prefer somewhere like just next to it. Not a super busy campground. I'm not really about that. I wouldn't mind a campground, but just not packed. Prefer like a secluded camp space that we could maybe, if at all possible, have electric, but we could take a generator. That wouldn't be an issue. Because the thing is, I have to worry about getting overheated. If I get overheated, I'm sicker than a dog. So I have to be real careful with that. But
When we were in Flagstaff, I took a picture of the best sign, and it was to stay at this national forest. In order to camp there, you had to have required 3 things. One was a shovel, the other was an axe, and the third was a gun.
wow,
And all their things was like, yeah, and it's like, mountain lion watch, beware of mountain lions. It's like one of the signs I took a picture of. It was like, while camping, if attacked by a mountain lion, fight back ferociously. You're like, no shit, really?
No, I'm just gonna lay there and let him chew me. Yeah, sure.
Oily.
Yeah.
Galen Long was just helping you out. And he's actually right. If you wanted to go a little bit further north,
Yeah.
into South Dakota, Deadwood. I've known people that have been out there, and they say it's just absolutely the best.
Really?
Yep.
I just, I definitely just want to go somewhere mountainous, preferably next to a lake or something, just nice and pretty, scenic.
Galen is right on the money there. It is beautiful out there.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, we live.
Well, to drive further. I mean, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. I'm just saying,
We have some friends that have a cabin in Colorado, and we need to take them up on that.
Oh, there you go. So they still stay in the Colorado area then.
Yeah. I don't know.
Go to this little camp.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, we go to a little campground here in Minnesota. It's more of a primitive campground, but they got sites with electric on them.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we were there, they didn't have flush toilets. They had outhouses.
That's awesome. I love that.
But there's no mosquitoes.
That's nice.
Right. And it's right on a trout stream.
Oh, wow. See, that would be awesome.
It's awesome. In the hills, in the bluffs and stuff of southern Minnesota. It's pretty cool. We love going there. It's our favorite place to go.
I bet.
Yeah, my idea of camping is not, an in-ground swimming pool and.
Oh no, I don't want to.
When I took my son, I don't know if I told you guys, I took my son way up. We were like 5 miles. The campground is 5 miles from the border of Canada. It had no power, the campground, and I loved it. So didn't he, but it was great. I mean, I could have walked a little bit further and used a flush toilet, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
They had the outhouse like freaking not even 100 yards. Not even 100 yards from my freaking tent. What the hell am I? You know what I mean? So it's like.
Yeah, we fall asleep with the stream kind of babbling in behind us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Well, the best part is there's no mosquitoes.
I'd have to get up about 3 times a night to pee.
I fell asleep to the owls. There was 2 owls that we were listening to. I don't know if they were fighting or what they were doing, but it was 2 owls that we were listening to.
Hell, of course I work nights, but this morning when I laid down, I was just dozing off and had 2 mourning doves going at it, just.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if that's relaxing or it's starting to get annoying because they would not shut up for the longest time. But
I thought you said
it just sounds like dinner to me.
What's that, Jack?
I thought you said a 2-dump morning.
a two dump morning. That's happened before too. That keeps you awake too.
That's what you said.
Now I like the sound of the crickets and the frogs, man.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes of crickets and frogs, and my ass is asleep.
Peepers, yep.
Hi, Southpaw Bushcraft.
Hi, Southpaw.
Hey, Southpaw. Watched some of her videos today.
Yep.
Awesome. I've got to catch up. My neck's been out, and I haven't felt like sitting and just watching too much of anything. I've got to see if I can get in the chiropractor.
I watched the video. Cooked the tuna. Did the smoked tuna with toilet paper. Have you guys seen that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Basically, you just take the lid off. It's got to be the oil tuna, too. The tuna that comes in oil, not the water. And you just take a couple pieces of toilet paper, fold it up, push it down on top of the tuna, and you light the corner of it, and you just let it burn, and it will sit there and burn like a candle almost with that oil, and just let it burn until it burns itself out. Probably, I'm not sure, probably a couple minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes or so it might burn, and then you just like lift the burnt paper off. You got smoked tuna in the can.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of the bushcraft YouTube community, the M.I. Woodsman, has arrived tonight.
How's it going,
Yay!
Ryan?
How you doing, John?
Johnny, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Always a pleasure.
Cool. So where's the favorite places that you guys have been, like
Ben?
camping?
Oh, camping? Well, not to be a wise ass, but any place camp is a good place as long as it doesn't have an in-ground pool.
Right.
But
Well, South Paul Bushcraft said about 15 minutes.
yeah, there's been a few. I mean, there's been a couple of places up in Vermont I went. I haven't been to camp. I haven't been west of Vermont, so to go camping. So
Anybody else?
I just go camping.
Any wild stories?
I'm not telling any. I'm all done with the wild stories.
Most of my wild
stories
stories involved alcohol.
Yeah, so no mine, and I don't want to get into that.
Is it wild stories as in what stuff that happened while you're camping?
Oh, well, yeah. Or metal detecting or whatever.
Oily, not to interrupt, but Southpaw Bushcraft just answered your question about Colorado. A camp.
Oh, and she also said Color Dawn. So,
Okay.
we would definitely do that.
Don said Pikes Peak Forest in Colorado. Rustic camping, not in a campground, just in the mountains.
Awesome.
That would be awesome.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Lake Cumberland down in Kentucky was awesome.
Okay. You hear banjos?
No.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
You look pretty. Squeal like a pig. Hey, 39 camper. Daryl, how the hell are you tonight, my brother?
No, I know a lot of people carry, like when they hike the Appalachian Trail, they say you can run into real spooky people up in those trails. Is anybody
I don't think I'd go there without a firearm.
Yeah, is anybody interested in hiking like the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Passage?
Me,
Like that?
me, but I smoke way too much.
You can quit, man. I quit.
I quit.
It's just, yeah, but the damage is done.
Yeah, the damage is done. I've got severe emphysema, but I'm getting stronger every day.
Jay Bobo, he said, don't leave out the Great Smoky Mountains. Yeah. I've been to Tennessee. That was pretty nice down there.
That is a dream. No, I would love to be able to like retire and go hike the Appalachian Mountain. Do a through hike though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
start in Georgia and go right to Katahdin. You know, start at Springer Mountain and go.
I think I would start north and head south because you might run into winter otherwise if you're going north by the time that gets there.
Well, they say that if you leave Georgia the last week in March. Did we lose everybody?
I'm here.
I think it's just you and I.
Just you and
I don't know.
Where'd all the noise go, though? That noise.
I'm here.
Oh, the noise.
That noise was probably the heater by me that I had to turn off.
Oh, it's like a bell ringing or something. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's the fan. That's the fan slowing down.
Okay. Galen, I'm still young. Thank you. Shit, what was I saying?
Oh.
Hey, Jerry Pruitt says he's got to get busy back to work, but hope we stay on for a while. So.
We'll be here, Jerry.
All right,
Yeah,
Jerry.
take it easy.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Hiking the AT. If you leave like the last week in March, you leave Georgia last week in March, you should be climbing Katahdin by September. The first weekend in September.
Yeah, where in Georgia is that start? Is there an official start?
Springer Mountain is your first mountain you hike. So whatever's just south of Springer Mountain in Georgia.
Okay.
Is where you start.
And then I don't even know where the end is. That place you're talking about. What's it called?
Mount Katahdin, and it's spelled Katadin in Maine. And I believe that's a 6,000-foot mountain.
So the gist of it is you want to go up and then down the backside, and then you're done.
No, I want to start in Georgia and do a through hike into Maine. I mean, I live in Mass, so I wouldn't want to go backwards.
No, when you get to let's say when you get to the end, and it's Mount Katahdin.
Katahdin, yep.
Okay, now when you get to the end, how do you know? I mean, do you go up to the top of the mountain and then back down the other side, and then all of a sudden, okay, I'm done. I've done the trail.
Yeah, you'll go. It'll be you walk. You'll climb Katahdin, which is not an easy hike, but you climb Katahdin, and then I'm done. I'm gonna get on the auto road. I'll have a family member meet me at the auto road, and I'm driving down the son bitch. You know what I mean? Let's go get a cheeseburger. By then I'll be, by then hopefully I wouldn't be smoking, so I'll be getting a cheeseburger, a bunch of candy, and that's about it.
You have
Hey, Lady Lumberjack, 1943.
Lady Lumberjack, how are ya?
And Sandy's Passions.
Sandy.
Looks like Jack was getting some bad weather. He had to jump out for some bad weather. So let's make sure. I'll keep him in mind. Hope nothing bad happens there.
Utah Redneck Nichols, how are ya?
How is NC Digger doing, Sandy?
Yeah, see, Utah said the same thing. Utah said the same thing. He said, you start in Georgia in the early spring. And that way it ain't too cold when you get to Maine, not Yankee territory. But
you know what? Dawn, Southpaw Bushcraft.
Yep, that's Dawn.
Yeah. Are you able to do live chats, or have you ever done one before? If you would, I want to jump on here, because I really like your channel. It'd be interesting to have you on here. So let me know. If so, I will send you out a link.
Yeah, come on, girl.
I watched that movie called, it's with the blonde, the new movie.
He's getting ornery. You got an answer. I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother. You got an answer. Sandy answer.
Hiker. The movie was really disappointing. There was some boobage and stuff like that, which is always alright. But it was she was hiking the Pacific Northwest path.
Yep.
That looks like an awesome journey.
I'm not familiar on where that runs, but I know that's just as equally as grueling as the Appalachian Trail, from what I've heard on YouTube.
Most I've done is Superior National Forest Trail.
Southpaw
not that
said
big.
yes.
Yeah, I sent her a link. Have her check her bell, and it might be in your spam messages.
Mine was in my Gmail.
Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband too. I sent him one earlier. I don't know if he got it or not.
Johnny, did you get your Johnny? Look in your link. Look in your YouTube thing for a link. The mayor. Yeah, but like I said, I would obviously, because I have small children, and where I need to go from April to friggin' September, I wouldn't be able to be working. So either A, need to be retired, or I've hit the lottery to be able to do this. You know,
Yeah.
or you can do it sectionally. You know, there are a bunch of people that do it sectionally because there are people like me that have small kids and they want to hike it. And what they'll do is that they'll take 2 weeks out. You know, they'll take their 2 weeks vacation or whatever, and they'll go hike it. You know what I'm saying? And the following year they'll hike 2. You know what I'm saying? So
What about more of recreational camping, as far as taking a camper or setting up a tent and camping at a campground where there's like playgrounds and pools and stuff like that.
that's
You
not.
guys ever do that?
I never have.
I did. We used to do that when my kids were little.
Yeah, I mean, my kids are 7 and 9, and the one like 2 years ago for the one's birthday, he said he wanted to go camping.
Yeah.
And we went to just a campground, and it had a swimming pool, and it had a playground, but it had woods to hike in. It had a fishing pond and all that stuff. And it had a lot of RVs there, a lot of people RVs, but we were in a tent area, and it was pretty cool. I mean, we were right next to the pond, and the kids had fun.
I don't understand these huge RVs. I mean, they might as well just drive their living room. It's just
Because they take them. Well, what they're doing is, right, they take them and they leave like in friggin' May, right?
Yeah.
And they'll go across country, and they'll go so far out of their way. It's not like they're going to cut across Route 20 or something. You know what I mean? They're going, they'll leave, like, let's say they'll leave Massachusetts, right? So they're going to leave Boston, and they're going to go to frickin' the Pacific Northwest. You know what they do? They'll drive down into the Carolinas, and then they'll go across. Oh, let's go visit whatever, and they'll wind up in Colorado, and then they'll go up because they can take their time. They don't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I
like the roughing it more though. I just don't like. I mean, the idea is to get away from all that stuff. Well, I guess my idea is to get away from all that stuff.
It's what you like, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what you. I mean, I'm sure when I'm 70 years old, I'm not gonna want to be laying down in a tent unless I have a cot underneath my bed. You know what I'm saying? However, what I do want to try is winter tenting, or hot tenting as they call it. I really, really, really want to try that.
We've got Scott Douglas, Red Beam 58, and 39 camper in here now.
Yep, 39 has been in here.
I didn't see.
Yeah, you were out making coffee.
Scott Douglas is the creator of the Bobber Buddy.
Bobber Buddies. Scott Douglas. Awesome. Scott Douglas was one of the first people. Him and Tara Farley hit my 100 subscriber video a long, long time ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. What's his name? Asked Brandon, what's up with the hashtags? I'm with you.
Yeah.
What do you want? Twitter or something? Screw the freaking hashtags over there, Plastic Boy.
Plastic Boy, I like that.
Yeah, that's a little nickname I gave him because he likes those Glocks.
It's like 1911. It's like a Glock, but for adults.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have nothing against Glocks. It's just, Brandon has one, so now I'm going to pick on him for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's got there, Scotty. Ooh.
Nice, Scotty.
Remington R1. Borrowed it from my son-in-law. He ain't even shot it yet.
Really?
It's brandy new.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Remington's coming out with another pistol. They had that R51 that kind of failed. And
Well,
now
this was the trade. This was his trade-off.
Oh,
he
did
sent
he?
his R51. He sent
Oh,
his
he had
R51 in on
R51.
the recall. Yep, he sent it in on the recall, and 8 months later, they offered him the option to get this.
Okay. Well, they're coming out with another smaller gun, like a 380 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I've seen it in a magazine someplace, but I'm not sure exactly what it's called. I really didn't pay attention to it. I was kind of flipping through real quick. I think it's in the latest American Rifleman.
Huh.
Let me see if I can do it. Nope, I can't. Ohio, John doesn't see the link.
Well,
Not in the spam folder?
I will try to.
I usually send it to his bell. I don't know how you do it, but I think it usually comes out in his bell when I send it to him. Although I could be wrong, but
Try his YouTube messages again.
John, try your YouTube messages again. 51 sucked.
Yeah, I heard good and bad about that R51. I don't know. It ain't my kind of a gig. Buddy of mine really wanted to get one, and then they had all those problems with them. Screw that.
Yeah.
Isn't polymer just a fancy way of saying plastic? Pretty much, Utah.
Yes, it is.
Pretty much.
But I can't say much. I've got some plastic fantastic myself, so.
Hey, that's right. Like I said, I just say it just to play with.
Just to mess with Brandon, but
Just
you
to
know.
mess with Brandon. So when I say this to anybody that owns a Glock, I am not.
Oh, yeah, it was dumb.
You know, I am not picking on you for owning a Glock. Okay, because, and I've said this 8 million times, the best weapon you can have is the best weapon you freaking need at that particular time. So I don't care if it's I don't care if it's a 9-shot 22. I don't care what the hell it is, as long as it's something that's gonna fucking work and help you out. So
I'm the same way.
So I don't care what you own. I just like to hustle around with Brandon because that's what I do. You know?
Yeah. No, I don't have, actually, I don't even have a problem with Glocks. Only thing I don't like about Glocks is, for me personally, now, I didn't like the grip, and I didn't like I just didn't like the ergonomics for me personally.
Right. I personally like the. I'm personally. If I can get my license, I would personally buy Berettas. That's just me. You know.
The Berettas are nice, but they've got the grip frame is pretty big on them.
You know what? I said that to my kid brother, who owns the Ruger LC9, and I said to him, I go, does that grip not seem right to you? He goes, yeah, they're bigger. You know, and I'm like, but I still, you know, because I like that Storm they have, Scott. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. I don't know. But like I said, whichever one works at that time is the best one you got.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got a Beretta Neos I like.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a cool 22.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dawn is in here.
Hey, Dawn.
Says she needs a mic, but she is muted. I wonder if you take your mouse up to the middle of the screen, you'll see some stuff up there. You'll see a little microphone and a camera, and just click on that microphone and it should unmute you. We'll see if we can hear you.
Oh, Oily has a troll account.
Well, it's my husband. My husband's
has a troll account.
I spent all day uploading videos for him. I haven't got them published yet. I'm going to go through, cut them, make them shorter if they need to be or whatever.
Right. Let me sub to him. Subbed.
So if you see it on there, Western Oklahoma Matters, we're fixing to start putting a bunch of vids on there.
Okay.
So Sub him up, guys, if you will.
Hi, Don. Hi, John.
I don't
Hey,
have
John, how
them
you
on.
doing? Most
John, are
laptops
you
have a
on?
mic built in.
Yeah. If you're on a laptop, you should have mine, or unless you're on a desktop.
Johnny, what's happening? Any good?
Not a lot, man. Been raining.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear it's coming my way too, so that sucks. That sucks.
It hasn't been raining real hard here, but it's been raining.
Yeah, we got quite a bit too. The other night we sat and watched 3 funnels coming down, and we had circulation touching down at one point or another, surrounding us. So it was quite western around here the other day.
Can I ask you a question? And I'm not. It's a dead serious question.
Right.
Okay. So remember the movie Twister?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you remember the first part when they were going back? Remember when she saw the F5 when she was a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Her parents brought her into the bunker out by the, it was outside in the field
Right.
somewhere.
And it sucked her dad up in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they really have those?
Yeah.
What, shelters or tornadoes?
No, like a shelter in the ground for a tornado.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
one
yeah.
right outside our back door.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
southwest
Yeah,
corner
well-
of our house, we have one. I wouldn't.
Not
want that.
everybody's
I talked
got a
to-
basement, Mike.
Yeah, I talked to somebody. A lot of houses down in that area don't have basements, do they, Oily?
No, but what we try to do around here is that, we try to befriend our neighbors, and if they don't have one, they're welcome to come down here if they want. But pretty much all of our neighbors around here have shelters, thankfully. But yeah, of course, anybody'd be welcome. There was a truck driver driving down the road the other day, and we were sitting here watching this one off to the west dropping down, and he's pulled up real slow, and he's like, "Do y'all realize that there's like tornadoes everywhere?" And we're like, "Well, yeah, we're watching one right there." And he's like, "We said you're welcome to come and get in the shelter if you need to." And he's like, "My boss told me to get the blank out of here." But he was driving right towards another circulation. It was like, dude, it's better just to park the semi and get in the shelter. And we were probably down there. That's probably the longest I've spent in a shelter in a long time. Probably over an hour, just because one would lift and go and the other one would come. We had one we went to the shelter when we heard there was one 6 miles north of Sweetwater. We're 7 miles north of Sweetwater, so we were like, okay. Here I was just in a tank top, no bra. I was like in the truck in the pitch black, putting on a bra, changing shirts, because we decided to go over across the road to Joe's brother's house because we've got our shelter, the hinges are messed up, so we were, my husband's got to re-weld them. They were old and rusted, so. Anyway, nothing like waiting until the last minute when tornado season's here, but so here we was driving down the driveway, and here I'm throwing on a bra and changing shirts, and
Just
quite funny.
we got a couple of here last summer, and we got more microbursts than we got tornadoes. But the microbursts is something different. But
Yeah.
There's just straight down winds, yeah.
Wind is just
Yeah.
horrible in the microburst. But we had some tornadoes, and yeah, we do have basements. I don't think you can build a house or a building in the state of Massachusetts without having a basement. But just because they have a basement doesn't mean, you're fine and dandy.
Well, no.
You know what I mean? I mean, the houses that got destroyed, you didn't want to be in that basement.
Well, the thing is you want to build a reinforced area in there where you're going to be under protection, not just the subflooring, but actually under some kind of concrete barrier or something that's going to protect you. Like our shelter is pretty neat. It's a metal kind of a oblong dome, kind of like you see in Gomer Pyle. The shape of the military tents. They're just
Like a Quonset
and they're
hut.
long. That's kind of ours. It's metal. But the one that we went in the other night across the road is a concrete one. it's held up really well. It was my husband's uncle's house, and now his brother lives over there. But yeah, so I mean, we've got some options, and I have a big, huge, ice chest, and it's got extra blankets, it's got water, it's got snacks, and some dog food, for our pets too, for when we go down there. But have everything like that going on, and usually not that big of a deal. We just go down there before anything gets too crazy normally, but that just kind of snuck up on us the other night.
God bless you.
We had one. This was a number of years ago. We had some storms and knocked a tree down on our power line that went up to the farm, and so the guy from the electric company's out there, and he's taking care of the tree and getting the line hooked back up, and we were getting reports of funnels just a few miles from us. So we celebrated my daughter's birthday in the basement with the electrical guy.
Well, let's just take this conversation a little bit further. You talked about storms and weather and tornadoes and stuff. What's the best thing to do in a situation where, say, you are camping and you have severe weather come in? What do you guys think?
What?
You would want to get to the lowest area if you can find a way to get in, like a tin horn that goes underneath the road, if you're near some place like that, or just the lowest area. If you're like at a campground where they have a concrete like bathroom, that's a safer place than just being out in the open. Of course, you also have to be wary of lightning and stuff too, so you have to be careful of that, like being up under trees. But the lowest area possible that you can get to is the safest. And then just find stuff to cover you if you can. Like, say you have a camper and you have a mattress on your camper bed, grab it and get it out of the camper and cover yourself so that things that are flying around don't whop you in the head or back. Or
so if we were
Well, what about just a severe thunderstorm? Say if you're camping in the woods, you're kind of far deep in the woods, and we all know that you're not supposed to take shelter underneath trees, but what if that's the only thing you have around you is miles of trees and you're out in the middle of the woods?
Well, at least go for the shortest that you can find. If you can find a shorter area or where there's less, then I would probably go for that rather than taller, if at all possible.
John, you ever get caught out in the woods?
What about a rock cliff?
What about a rock cliff? Like if you're out on the rock?
Yeah.
You don't know
what but I'm saying, I would say trying to get underneath a rock cliff or something would be better than
a
tree.
I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't, not unless it was a cave.
It would kind of depend on how much rain and where the cliff was at, because if there was water running back into it or something, that might not be good. But it just depends on the area.
But also where the water, if the water's going to run in, off that rock and onto you, But John, didn't you say you got John? I don't know if it was. I thought it was you. So if I'm wrong, let me know. Didn't you say you got caught out in a bad thunderstorm at one time when you were camping?
Oh yeah, we got caught in thunderstorms. No tornadoes, but had them close. Like everybody else. But
what did you?
Just hunker down, man.
Yeah.
Lower your tarps and try to stay dry and warm.
Yeah. There really isn't a whole lot you can do, is there?
No, there isn't really.
Just try to hunker down and
comfortable.
Kiss your ass goodbye just in case.
Yep.
I mean, I remember my mom telling me that where we are in New Hampshire, before all the cottages got built, they were all in tents, and she said they used to watch all the thunderstorms and everything in the tents. And I watched a couple in the cottage with my mother, and I'm watching the trees, the oaks and the pines doing this. I'm about 14, 15 years old, and I'm like, hey, these trees have to come down, huh? What do you think? And she says, well, they just might. I'm like, well, I'm not worried about the pine because that'll bounce off the house. I said, and that's a big old pine, too. That some bitch was about 8 feet round.
No.
I said, but I'm more worried about the friggin' oak. That was only about 4 feet round because that some bitch will go right through the cottage. But I was out one time in a tent. So we were camping. We were going down the Saco River in Maine. And the skies opened up, and the air horns went out because that means that the river's going to get high and all that. And so the people come down and kick you off the river until you get up on dry land. So we got up on dry land, but so we had a camping shovel. So I took the camping shovel and I dug a friggin' probably about an 8-inch trench all the way around my friggin' tent. And then I made it meet in the front and I let it go off and it started pouring. So I didn't get wet. You know, the water didn't come in. But it wasn't too pleasant, I'll tell you that.
We had something like that happen one time when we were camping in Wisconsin, up in northern Wisconsin. There was just a hellacious storm that came through, and everything in the tent got wet.
Huh.
There just wasn't anything you could do about it.
Yeah.
I'm a redneck Cockerham was taking off, guys. He's not feeling good. He's gonna
Redneck, feel
lay
better,
down
brother.
for the night.
Night. I hope you feel
Feel
better.
better.
Take care, Redneck.
I'd like to say hello to Wild Turkey. Hello, sir. Lady Lumberjack 1943. Did I shout you out yet? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Red Bean 58. How are you?
Yeah, go through again, Mike. Just shout some people out. That was just a shout out for a while.
Yeah, because I don't want to miss anybody. If I do, I hope nobody takes that offensively. Where did we leave off? I left off, I think, with Doyley's.
Just go to the bottom and scroll up, son.
Okay, I can do that.
Hold on,
Let me go back to the bottom. Well, let me go back to the bottom then. Come on, go to the bottom, will you? Thank you. Wow, it's terrible. It doesn't want to work tonight. All right, so we still got Daryl, 39 camper. Jeep's still here. Don, a.k.a. Southpaw Bushcraft. Wild Turkey, as I just said. Red Beam 58, as I just said. Lady Lumberjack. The Oil Pluffer, obviously, in with us. Brandon. Big Glock Daddy. I'm a Redneck Cockerham that we just said goodnight to. Silver's Hard. Utah Red Nichols. Who's this Western Oklahoma Mudders person? That troll. J Bobo.
Troll account.
Oh. Who else? Jeep's there. I think I got everybody. Lady Lumberjack. I think I got everybody there, brother.
Jalen.
Yep. I've been Itchy Ball, Zach. How are you? Apparently, I'm a capitalist pig who camps at Holiday Inn like girly men. Of course, the M.I. Woodsman's on the panel with us now. The mayor of Utah, of YouTube.
Mayor.
All right, that's about it. Ohio.
Cool. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I hope this is an interesting topic. We usually don't do too many topics on my channel when it comes to Sunday nights. We kind of just let it go with anything. It was just, I don't know, it just was something that I wanted to touch base on. So if anybody out there has anything else they want to talk about, camping, hiking, fishing, boating. Hell, we didn't even talk about boating. Anybody that does any boating or anything like that. We used to go tubing a lot in the river, Mohican River here in Ohio. Yeah, here you go, Oily. I'll tell you a story about being outdoors and tubing.
Okay.
We went tubing, and basically everyone rented like 2 tubes, one to sit in and one to like put your cooler in and drag beside you with all your beer in it.
Right.
Yeah. And it was hot, middle of summer, great day. I mean, the sun was we took like a 6-mile trip down the river. Took almost all day to do it. and the tubing canoe. What do they call it? I can't think of what they call them, but they come down and pick all the tubes up, throw them in a big trailer, or they pick the canoes up, put them on a trailer that hauls the canoes, livery or whatever. Is that what they call them? Canoe livery?
Yeah.
There's like a beachy, it's kind of a sandy area where you stop at, and that's where and they give you a ride back to where you began and back to your car.
Right.
Well, I get out of the water, I grab my tubes, and I walk across the sand, and I'm like, ouch, the sand's hot, So I'm like skedaddling across it, and I get to the grass, and the grass is hot. And I'm like, wow, man, it's hot out. And then I sit down on the back of the pickup truck where they were hauling everything, and I realized the bottoms of my feet were sunburned so bad from sitting in that tube and having my feet up in the air and the reflection off the water.
So that's oh my god.
It was terrible. It was like 2 weeks of, like lidocaine and aloe vera. Oh man.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of my trip. Oh my gosh. We went to eastern Oklahoma and we went rafting. And I decided I wanted to go twice. I didn't really want to go shopping, with all the girls, so I went rafting twice. And, I'm very fair-skinned, freckles, and, I have some natural redhead in me. So I was like, oh, no. By the end of it, the camp place that we were staying at, there was little cabins out there, and I'd get big blocks of ice and sit them on my legs. I was so red. That big block of ice, it would just take a couple of minutes to completely melt on my legs. It was so awful, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. The rafting, not the sunburn part, but whew, it was not good. That's miserable, though.
Oh, Dawn says she's going to take off, guys. Sorry she didn't have a mic, but hey, you can still hang out there next turn if you want, whatever, or join us next week if you get a mic or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't miss somebody, by the way.
Jason McDaniel?
Jason McDaniel just came in, so I want to say hello to Jason, and good night to Dawn.
420's out there.
Hello to Justin.
What up, 420? Should already have a link, I believe. And 39 Camper said got poison ivy on my wanker last year. Yeah, that would suck.
A little bit.
That would not be cool.
No, that would
I got some poison ivy or poison oak one time, like on the top of my foot, and it like spread between my toes. Man, that was bad.
Oh, my cousin got it, and because they were screwing around in the woods where they wound up in the cemetery or left the cemetery, went into the woods, and he had to take a shit or whatever. And yeah, so he got it between his legs and got poison sumac everywhere he didn't want it.
Something I never had.
Yeah, I can't get it. I can walk through friggin' poison sumac and poison ivy frickin' naked and not get it.
Yep, I've never had a problem with it.
It's too hot. 420. I thought it was only a dry heat. It's not that hot out there, right? Everybody says, "Oh, it's hot," but it's not.
Well, it's probably not comfortable. I mean, it's I don't care where you're at. 115 to 115. So camping out, it would.
Exactly. I'm with you. I agree with you.
Okay, so a couple of oils for poison ivy. I need to remember this for next time I go camping. Tea tree oil, which is Melaleuca alternifolia, and lavender essential oils are both good for that. So that's good to know.
Cool. Yeah, it is.
Lavender's good for every kind of skin issue, pretty much. So. But yeah, that's good to know. I'll have to remember that. My son gets it every year. If he goes out, he gets it.
Silver Sad is leaving, and
No, not Silver.
he's got a job interview tomorrow. So good luck, man.
Good luck, man. I
Yeah,
remember
good luck.
looking for
And
jobs.
I think it's Silver Shard, not Silver's Hard. I think it's Silver Shard. Not positive, but I think that's how
I call him Silver Shard.
I call him Silver Hard. Silver's Hard. So
I want to just call him Silver Shat.
You sure that's really nice?
I don't know.
I've been on a few chats with him. I don't have to be nice now.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, fat man.
Oily, there's a couple of questions out there for you.
I just call it like I see it, man.
Well, good for chafing. Look here.
And then there's one above it, too, a question above it for you.
Utah redneck Nichols talk about when I get poisoned ivy and use bleach. Oh yeah, my grandpa did that to me. Poured bleach on me. It burned like hell, but it got rid of the damn poison ivy.
Woo. Okay, chamomile and frankincense are both good for chafing.
Spandex pants, Galen.
And evening primrose oil, of course, aloe vera.
That's a good one, Daryl. That was awesome.
Echinacea is really good, also, I guess. So those would be good.
Boxer. Hey, Galen, boxer briefs.
Yeah. Or quit wearing jean shorts.
I haven't had an issue since I went to boxer briefs years ago. Not one since. So.
Well,
just go commando.
I will only use Young Living essential oils because even just smelling them, if they have any toxins, that will get into your system within 10 seconds.
Cool.
Or actually, well, to your brain within 10 seconds, fully through your entire body within 10 minutes. So it's best to not use anything that you wouldn't take internally. So most essential oils that are out there that you buy, like on the shelf, they have toxins and additives, so I won't use those. So I use Young Living because they're therapeutic grade, meaning they're medicinal grade essential oils. So most of those you can even take internally. So, but yeah, and so if you want more information, just PM me and I'll help you with that. But yeah, that's where I get mine.
Beans and taters.
Beans and taters.
Gear grinding 19's out there.
Is he? Get him in there.
Gear.
Get him out of here.
Have a good one.
Hey, John, I really like that knife.
Yeah.
I really like that knife you got.
My new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. So far, so good.
I got
That crawdaddy knife?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful knife.
I think I might do what you did. I watched a video on the one you took the drill with the fat wood.
Yeah.
And I just got tagged to make what do you call it, dust?
Maya dust.
Maya dust. So I just got tagged by Massachusetts Prepper. So I think I'm gonna steal your idea and give you credit for it. Don't you worry. And because I thought it was great when you did it. I thought it was absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it works good, man. Real easy, fast.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, the MI Woodsman here, John, he was making Maya dust. And so what he did was he took his fat wood and he shaved it down with his knife. And he stuck it in a drill. Okay? And then what he did was he took it and put it in, the handheld pencil sharpeners, you get at the the kids use them, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's the ones for the big carpenter pencils.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, for the big carpenter's pencils. But he stuck that end in there and he hit it with the drill. And he made dust from there. So,
cool.
That was cool. It really was cool to see. But
That Will White just like that too, Mike. You don't have to put it in the dust.
yeah, that's awesome. Oh, and then
You know.
also too, I forgot the best part. He bought a coffee maker. What did it say? $2 or something on it? And
$3.
yeah, and then he put it. If you wanted it real powderized, you can put it in a coffee grinder. And but it was cool. I liked the video a lot. I thought that was cool. But I love that knife though. Does it take a lot to get the pitch off your knife?
No, not at all. You keep it oiled up all the time, you know.
Yeah, after you use it, you oil it. After you use it and oil it, right? Yeah. But that's a nice knife.
It's a 01 tool steel, so it holds up a little bit better than the high carbon, you know, rust wise.
Right.
Man, I'm going to have to we have a pencil sharpener in the basement. I'm going to have to just take all the sharpened, where I don't know what they're called. the shavings. The shavings.
I took all
the shavings.
Oh, that'll go right
Put
up.
those shavings in a bag. I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag and keep them or something.
Yeah, it'll go right up. Right, John?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been saving the dryer lint. I got a couple bags of dryer lint that I want to keep just in case.
Yep.
But
Well, did y'all see where Superfly is trying to use the old skull cans for making like fire starters, but he can't get them to take the spark, is what he said. So he put wax in there with what was it he had in there? Was it
It's just some 4x4 posts, regular pine.
Was it shaved or what?
Yeah, it was sawdust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He couldn't get it to take. So if anybody's got any ideas, tell him.
kerosene.
I could use them like those cherry bombs, make a wick for him, but he said he was trying to do something where, he wouldn't have to use a lighter. So he wanted something that would take a spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm going to, and I might do it that way. But I thought that was.
Good night, Jeep.
Night.
Good night, Jeep.
Hi,
I thought
Jeep.
that was flipping excellent how you did that.
Night from urban to country.
Yeah, it works good, man. But test it out. Hopefully, here in a couple of days, I'm gonna head out again. I couldn't get out this weekend. I had a couple things happen, so
Right.
now I gotta wait till like Tuesday or Wednesday before I can go out. But that's all right.
Yeah.
Go for a day or two.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be good
That
to get
would
out.
be
Out in the
nice.
middle of nowhere.
Yep. Digest a little bit and recharge the battery a little bit.
Yep. Doesn't everybody need to do that though?
Yeah.
You ain't kidding.
That's why I don't call going to I don't call going to frickin' Disney World a fucking vacation.
Oh no, you need a vacation. When you get back from Disney World, you need a vacation to recover from Disney World.
I went to
Yep.
Disney. I made the mistake of going to Disney with my in-laws. God rest my father-in-law's soul. But run. Get the kids up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I swear to God, 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
That's all you do, man.
Gotta
Yep.
go have breakfast. Gotta do the da-da-da. At 5 o'clock, she wanted to know why the kids were being witchy. I goes, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously?
Really?
They've been up since 6 a.m. You had them on the go. I go, they're kids. They want to do kid stuff too. So finally, I got mad. I got mad one day, and I said, I'm taking a vote. Who wants to go back to the pool with Daddy? Because that's where I'm going. All the 3 kids. I go, can I go? Can I go? Can I go? I said, let's go. Let's go. And then my mother-in-law went absolutely shithouse. I says, but hey, listen to me. They're my kids. This is what they want to do. They're going to do this. They're going to have fun, too. They're not just going to run. They're not doing it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It literally was get off a ride, run, and they were literally walking as fast as they could to the next one. I'm like, what? What are you doing? Well, if you do it all, you know, you pay less in the long run because you did the park in a short of a period of time. And I go, really?
No, man, you can't do that.
No.
No.
Not with kids. That sucks all the fun out of it. Every little ounce of fun out of it.
You miss all the little things, you know? And I'm like, slow down. You know? Didn't Simon Garfunkel sing that? Slow down, you're moving too fast. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Uh-oh, Oily let her hair down. I'm in trouble.
Oh. I'm just trying to keep the stress off of the back of my head from the hair thing.
But yeah, I just absolutely love going camping, and I can't wait to do it. And
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm thinking of bringing the girls. I don't know. I don't know how they'll react to it, but we'll see what happens. I figure I'll sleep with them out in the tent in the backyard. Let them listen to the animals out in the backyard first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, I'll tell you what, we've done that whole backyard camping thing, and I end up usually going in the house because they won't leave me alone. They won't shut up. It's like, you know, it's like, just shut up, go to sleep. But when we're out actually in the woods camping and stuff, and we've been running all day doing stuff,
So
you know, they usually pass out pretty good. You know, you can put them to bed. You know,
it's like weird.
But my wife's always like, "Who wants s'mores?" Like, yeah, that's all right. Let's just sugar them up real quick before we send them to bed. You know.
You can't go camping without the s'mores, though.
Yeah.
Right.
No, my kids. It's weird because in the summertime, when they're out of school, like now, all right, you guys saw my youngest that came out with me today rather. She was up like almost an hour ago. 11:30 she was up, and in the summertime, like you just said, you know, they're running, they're doing whatever. You know, they'll go over to my brother's cottage to watch a movie right before they go to bed, and they're sleeping by 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. They're out like a light. You know, I like it like that.
My son, when he was younger, he'd be like, you know, it'd be like 7 o'clock in the evening, and he'd be going like, "Is it bedtime yet?"
Mr. Tolley, Utah Redneck Nichols wants to know what was in the jar.
What's in the jar?
What jar? This jar?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Whatever. You drinking something from a jar?
Well, my water bottle.
No, he said jar. That's a bottle.
That's the closest thing I got to a jar. It's just tan coat.
There you go. There's your answer, Utah.
Repping the inside of a holster.
It's all right, Utah. Anything, it doesn't matter if you can't see the external. Whatever you ask, not just for you. If anybody has a question for Mr. Tolley, it will get asked. So.
Yep. Just feel free. Just put it out there.
One of us will ask him.
Mike's real good about it. Ohio, not so much.
Yeah, Ohio doesn't pay attention.
I'm reading the outside chat right now. Damn.
Yeah, right now. It's now 12:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's the first time you've done that.
No, I said hello to people. Come on now.
All right, I'm only teasing.
I'm just messing with Ohio. Kind of.
They're talking about getting free stuff from Marlboro.
Yeah.
Back when the Marlboro Miles, I saved up enough Marlboro Miles when I smoked to buy the Marlboro Iron Lung. That was nice.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one. I had a nice backpack from them.
I had their sleeping bag, not their little flannel one either. I'm talking. I got the like the mummy one that like zipped all the way up. Yeah, that thing will burn you up. But we were doing some camping one time where just sleeping bag camping under the open, you know, by the fire, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
I fucking got too close to fire and put a big hole in it.
Yep.
I saved enough of those miles. I had the backpack, the big mummy bag, had all kinds of shit. The best thing I got though was they had it was the very first time they had the grilling set on there. That was the best goddamn grilling set of tools I ever had. I still have them. I still use them now.
We went to a concert one time, like a local concert. Nothing major, just a local band or whatever, but it was like at a bar. It had like a outside venue or something. And Marlboro was there with the Marlboro Adventure van or whatever, giving away, packs of cigarettes and stuff like that. And you would spin a wheel to win prizes. And you go up and you spin the wheel, and I won a fleece blanket from them. And my wife won a fleece blanket too. So we got these 2 Marlboro fleece blankets. These damn things are nice, man. They're black, and they don't even say Marlboro on them. They say you roll them up and put them in like a nylon bag, and the bag says Marlboro, but the blanket itself doesn't.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, I've got one of those too.
One of my favorite blankets is there was an elderly woman. I worked at a Christian school, and this elderly woman would come in, and all the kids called her Grandma. She'd just come in and read stories to the kids and stuff. And she loved to take people's old denim jeans and, cut them up and make quilts out of them. And I love those. I still have them. They're the greatest to take picnicking and stuff like that. I brought her a bunch of my husband's jeans, and she made a big quilt, and she would not take a dime for it. And then I was going to pay her to make, I did the pre-K class and kindergarten class, and I was making I was going to have her make all the little kids just a little blanket that's their size out of denim, and she would not take a dime for it. She made every single one of those, one as a graduation present. Just the sweetest lady ever. So, and I love those because you can just take them anywhere. They wash up great. Just perfect.
I still gotta get me a friggin', talking about blankets and stuff, I still gotta get me a wool. I don't have a wool blanket.
I don't either. I need to get some.
I've just got a really light one because, I'm in Minnesota, and when I get to go camping, it's usually pretty warm out, so I just want something to kind of cover up with.
Right.
It's just a really light surplus, I think. I want to say Czechoslovakian surplus blanket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just lightweight. It works great.
Lady Lumberjack 1943 said, I'd like to know if any campers have had issues, sightings with critters and animals. When we were camping out in at the Grand Canyon, the only thing we had there was big-ass mule deer just, came in our camp and just stood there. And I heard it, I was in the tent, and I'd wonder what's out there, My wife's like, oh, it might be a mountain lion. I'm like, well, maybe, I don't know, I'm like, of course, she's hyping it up. Now I'm already scared. I'm like, check, do I open the tent? And I looked out the little flap, and it was a big-ass mule deer, had a huge rack on it, and I've never, that's the first time I've seen a mule deer, because I'm in Ohio, so I'm used to seeing whitetails all the time. I was like, that's a big-ass deer. I mean, it looked like a damn, almost like an elk to me. And
gosh.
they got funny-looking ears, or something about their ears, and mule deer's ears compared to a whitetail. And
that's how they got the name mule deer.
So I opened up the tent, and I stepped out, and it just looked at me like, hey, how are you doing? It didn't even, phase it that we were there. And it was eating a lot of pine nuts. We were there during the pine nut season or whatever. But it was just like, I'm just going to be cruising through your camp eating pine nuts. Don't worry about us. And we sat there and cooked breakfast, and the damn mule deer just, My wife's like, we got to worry about it at all? I said, well, if it comes too close, maybe. But, but other than that, no real other creatures or critters.
Galen says, the only problem I ever had was a raccoon and a few half-crazed squirrels throwing nuts at me.
Yeah.
Oh. Wild Turkey says, ticks sometimes. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. Now, we had our stuff in a cooler, and really didn't think about it. We went for like a small hike. We weren't gone long. This was in southern Ohio, and we were only gone for about an hour or so. When we came back, man, something had got in our cooler and just tore everything. I mean, it went, it tore all of our stuff up. I'm thinking it was probably coons or possums or something.
I think the worst thing I ever came across was a skunk. We had a skunk roaming through the campgrounds.
You know what? When you say something, it like jars my brain and makes me remember. We were camping one time, and my dog got sprayed with a skunk, and we didn't know it. And we were getting ready to go to bed, and my wife unzipped the tent and called for the dog because he was a small little Jack Russell, and he used to just camp out in the tent with us. Everybody. And he come running in the tent, and oh my God, about knocked us out. He got sprayed with a skunk.
I had a I guess she looked like a golden lab. Every stinking year, that dog would get sprayed.
Oh.
You think they learn a lesson,
Nah, she didn't care. We just clean her up.
I was going to show y'all. This is my little foam pad that I've got. It's got the metallic stuff on both sides, so it reflects your body heat. And this is what I've got for each one of us in our family for like bug out or camping or whatever. So if we had to lay on the ground, it would provide some little bit of insulation. You could put some leaves or whatever under it, and then lay on it, reflect your body heat. So that's what I've got. I've got them all. They're pretty long. About 6 foot long probably, or a little bit longer.
That's okay for short people.
Well, they're probably longer than that, actually. I don't know. They're probably closer to 7 feet. They're plenty long. Of course, my husband's not very tall. My son's 6'2", but the rest of us are short ones. So.
Super fly fat guy 859.
Super!
I did send Super a link earlier. So feel free to hop in if you want.
Come on.
I know you're not a big fan of jumping in the chats anymore, but I can't really say that I've had Super on my chat until I have Super on my chat.
Aww. Come join us. Tell us if you've had any success with your Copenhagen fire starters.
I would also like to know how his campground is doing. I know it got flooded out or whatever. I'd like to, see if they're getting that underway. Because I was recently in West Virginia with my father and stuff, and man, talk about the flooding down there. I mean, all the rivers and creeks were just...
Good night, Galen.
Night, Galen.
Good night, Galen. Yeah, all the rivers and creeks were flooded. They just couldn't. They couldn't take another ounce of water if they had to down there. Mudslides and everything going on, and not the drink either.
Mm.
Where'd Mikey go?
Well,
He went to have a smoke break, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Jack's okay. He hasn't come back in. I wonder if he got his electric knocked out or internet out, or.
Yeah, may have.
Hope the house is still standing.
Galen says thanks for your thoughts and prayers. So.
Ooh. I have tuna and noodles on the menu tonight, Oily.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's all right with me.
I don't have a big enough pan though. It's like big enough. Using what? It's like I'm gonna have to like cook like 3 servings and then add them together just to eat.
Yeah, that's funny.
My cook cup doesn't quite hold the too many noodles.
Is it just a little electric top thing, like just a small burners? Or...
No, it's just a single burner propane. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's a little camp stove or whatever. Cause
Oh.
I have like the Coleman camp stove, like the 2-burner one or whatever, and I bought the single burner that just hooks to the propane tank, just to give us another burner because they're actually like $30-40 now, and for some reason I'm thinking I only paid like $8-9 for this years ago. Because I know I would, you know, I just know I wouldn't pay $40 for something like this, and I've seen them at Walmart and stuff. And they're like $30-40, and I'm like, there's no way I paid that for it. I just because I'm too damn cheap. I know I didn't pay that much for it.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't think I paid $40 for my camp stove. I'm not sure, you know, but
I got us the little, they're in the little orange container. You know what I'm talking about? That you just pull out, and the little cheapo China-made stove, camp stove that you just pull out and undo and screw it onto your little propane bottle. That's what I got us for our bags.
what are they called? Like a pocket rocket type stove?
Kind of, yeah, but just not name brand. But
Yeah.
heck, it worked fine. I tried it
Hey.
out.
I'll tell you, what's up, Mike?
I have a silly question to ask on them alcohol stoves and shit. What do you use, Johnny? I know you told me the yellow, right? The heat shit, but
Yeah.
everything that says heat on it, right? Guess what? It says antifreeze on it.
Yeah,
I can't.
it's
Yeah, it's gas line and antifreeze.
Oh shit! All right, I thought it was. Never mind. I'm not even gonna embarrass
No, it's
myself.
for moisture in the wintertime. So your
Now,
gas line.
does the red heat work?
I've seen people use it.
I know it's got a higher percentage of isopropyl alcohol in it.
Yeah, it'll burn clean.
I know around here we use the red heat more than anything in our
Yeah.
cars.
Right. All right. So just a regular heat in the yellow thing that says antifreeze on it.
Gas line antifreeze.
Okay. Cool.
Surprised you ain't familiar with that.
Well, no, it's just that I am. John had told me what, John, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, what the hell it was? And I went in to look in the stores, and I saw it. It said heat right on it, and it was the yellow bottle. But it said, I didn't know that I was looking for antifreeze. I actually thought,
Yeah.
I'm not going to put myself out there, because Super's out there. Hi, Super, how you doing, brother? If I say what I want to say, Super's going to be all over my shit, so. I'm not gonna
I'm about to get on it here in a minute. I can't believe you live in a northern state and don't know what the hell heat is.
No, listen, I know what it is, brother. It's just that I thought it was going to say alcohol on it.
Well, it does in the ingredient.
Yeah, in the fine print, but the rubbing alcohol you buy for your whatever. I thought that's what it was going to say. It was going to say heat and then alcohol on it. You know what I mean?
No, I made a penny stove out of like 2 pop cans. That deal. I did that, and I just used regular rubbing alcohol, and
Oh, good.
it burns long enough. It burns long enough to bring water to a boil.
Oh yeah. Well, John's got a rope stove. I don't know if you've ever seen his
Oh yeah.
video on the rope stove, Ohio, but damn, shit. How many things have you brought to a boil on that thing? I mean, those things are cool, man.
Yeah, I use it all the time. That's my favorite stove with my canteen.
Yeah. I have
Playing a little bit now with white gas.
Oh yeah.
That's an old school white gas.
I'm gonna do what you told me to do, John. I'm not gonna poke the holes in the those sterno, the empty sternos I have. I saved my empty sternos for just let everybody else know. I had asked John almost a month ago or longer. I was thinking about changing over. I want to make an alcohol stove out of the canister that I have. The sternos come in.
Yeah.
And I wanted to poke holes in it, like you would do for the soda can alcohol burners, But John said you don't need one. You just take the cover off, fill it with frickin' what do you call it? Take and you can use the cover to extinguish it. And he says, and you don't put holes in it, so I'm not gonna. And now I have an instant friggin' alcohol stove.
Yep. Just gotta have a pot stand.
Yeah, exactly. I'll make a pot stand. If not, those are kind of sturdy. I can put my canteen right on that.
Yeah, but if you close that hole off all the way.
Oh yeah, you're right, because I'll extinguish it. Yeah. My bad.
I like those surplus M71 Swiss stoves. I wonder if one of those pot stands would work on your sterno cans.
Say that again.
Yeah, it would.
Those M71 Swiss stoves are just it's a military surplus thing.
Okay.
And it's got a pot stand comes with it. Slips right on the bottom of the can. I probably got one here somewhere.
Yeah, they'll fit, Scott.
Lord only knows, though.
They'll fit.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, I got a couple of those laying around here. Because I don't throw them away,
Yeah, they're like an inch and a half tall.
Yeah.
Sit right on the ring.
Yeah, my kids thought it was because I have one of them that are empty, the sternos, and my kids thought it was great because when we got all that snow this winter, the girls, especially the girls, are like, "What's gonna happen if we lose power?" I go, "The lights are gonna go out." They're like, "Daddy," and I go, "What?" And they go, "Well, how are we gonna do it?" I says, "Listen, you'll be able to eat. You'll be able to have hot cocoa." And well, Daddy, how can we have hot cocoa? Because then won't, the stove's not going to work because I have an electric stove. And she says, the stove's not. I says, just watch. So I went in my bag. I got my shit, and I made them both friggin' hot chocolate on my. Took a little while, but it still worked. But
yeah.
They got a kick out of it, and they're like, oh, okay, Daddy, how does this work? And I'm like, I was cool. I was happy that they were interested in.
Yeah, that's always cool.
Yeah.
I only had one of my kids that was ever interested in anything like that.
A lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got so many stoves. Stoves, lights, and knives.
Yep. You got a ton of knives.
Pet peeve of mine, man, when it comes to that. I've always, for some reason, been attracted to lights and knives and bushcraft stoves and.
Yep. When you doing your you're meeting up with those other guys, right? The 4 years ago on this year.
Oh yeah, hopefully I'm gonna have more than that. Hopefully I'm gonna have
cool.
Daryl and Timberwookie and Ben from Living Survival.
Oh, Ben's
and
gonna go
John
too?
from. Yep, and he lives about 3 hours away.
Well, that's not bad.
And then John there lived for a while after his knee surgery. Hopefully he'll be able to get up here.
That'll be a while. Yep, I know. Yep.
And then Jim from Uber Survival. He wants to come down in the fall to do some steelhead fishing.
Oh, cool.
And then Wolverine Prepper wants to come down. He lives about 3 hours away too. In Lumberman 2011, of course. They're 39 camper. But I'm going to go this week here coming up. I'm going to go during the week. I'm going to go by myself. Do a night or two solo.
Yep.
Plant some new gear, new hammock, new tarp.
They were just talking about, actually, who, you guys remember who it was out in the chat room that was asking about the hammock? I actually mentioned you, John, because somebody was asking about hammocking earlier, and you weren't on the panel just yet. And I told
It was Southern Style 357. I was
Okay,
talking about that.
Thanks, Ohio.
Yeah, I bought a Skeeter Beater Pro. Comes to bug net and everything. 400-pound weight limit.
There you go.
We're
Also,
under,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you know,
Yeah, he was asking some
I need a little
questions.
bigger one.
And I told him, I says, listen, I was wondering about the same thing, and I said, I asked John, I asked the MI Woodsman, because my back is not the best of, I got a bad back. And I said, I was wondering if the hammock would be, and I told him what you told me, that, your back's not the best, and that you obviously stayed in the hammocks and stuff like that without an issue, so.
All depends on their injury, and what type of,
Right.
Some people might be able to sleep in it. Some people might not be able to, for a couple hours and they're back up again, because their back's hurting them. But
Right.
I sleep like a baby in it. I use hammock all spring and summer, and then in the fall I like to get back down on the ground after all the ticks are gone, and because that's actually my favorite way to camp is right on my mat, right under my tarp.
Yep. Now, when you hammock, I mean, it's obviously going to be. We were talking about this earlier too. Ohio had mentioned it first. It's got to be, it's got to be a decent hammock. It can't be
Yeah.
It ain't no $30 Walmart friggin'.
No.
You got to go out and spend a little money, right?
Yeah, it's about $80. Not bad. It's not nearly what a DD will cost you or a Henry or anything like that. Those are 150, 200 bills, and that,
Right.
And I don't see where they're $150 better than the one that I've got. I just don't see it.
Right. Now, do you put the top underneath it too?
No, I got one of them little blue Walmart tarps I put underneath of it, so when I get in and out. And
I mean, it's not really that cold when you're doing it, right? I saw somebody hammocking in the fall, and they made like
an underquilt.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah, underquilt. Yeah, I don't even have one. Because in the fall I'm usually camping on the ground, so.
Right.
And I got my military sleep system that keeps me toasted.
Yeah, I got to get one of those too if I'm going to do some hot tenting.
I like it.
I'm going to have to get some kind of a military sleep system. Although, I was told I can almost make my own because my sleeping bag, which is actually too big for me, seriously, I get in it and I still have like this much room on both sides. That's scheduled, I think, for 20 degrees. Yeah, I think it's 20.
Yeah, just buy yourself a good bib. Buy yourself a good for it.
Well, it was suggested to me for me to take my son's mummy bag. That I think his is good for 22. Take his mummy bag, stick the mummy bag inside my bag.
Yeah.
Right, and then get me that the stuff that I wrap the heat duct with for the reflector.
Yeah.
They said have your mat and then get your reflector, buy your reflector stuff, and then you should be okay up till about 10 degrees. Comfortably at 10 degrees. They said they recommended not going anything below 10 degrees with it unless I upgraded the system I was using.
Yeah, but it's 10 degrees out. Personally, for me, it's hard to enjoy it if you're not hot tenting.
Yeah.
Especially for a couple, 2 or 3 days, just you finally get cold and you can't warm up. Everything's wet and miserable, and I did that stuff when I was younger. It's time now to enjoy myself. I go out there, I try to carry what I can, and have my little bells and whistles, my little radio, and gotta have my luxuries.
Oh yeah. No, but I just want to try. I mean, I would bring that sleep system into the hot tent to begin with because it's going to get cold unless somebody's up all night feeding that fire. You know what I mean? So it's gonna get cold inside the tent eventually.
I don't like tents. I hate tents. I don't like
Really?
being trapped. I feel like I'm trapped in them.
Oh yeah.
Last time I camped in a tent, I was living in a tent for about 2 weeks when I moved to Montana, me and my ex-wife. And it rained so hard one night, we woke up and everything was floating. We were that wet. It was
Oh,
terrible. Terrible. Never again. Hammock or on the ground, one or the other, man, for me.
Yeah.
Or a camper if you want to go glamping somewhere.
Yeah. No, I really do want to try that hot tent in the winter. You know, bring your little stove and.
That's on my bucket list is a hot tent.
Yeah, I want to go once. You know, I don't have to do it all the time, but I see it. I see people doing it. I see them in, you know, minus 10-degree weather, and they're in a canvas tent,
Yep.
not
Yep.
some 1 inch. I know this. I know it's not in inches. It's in like 30 mil or 40 mil. I understand that, but I call it inches. They're not in some 1 inch friggin' top, you know, or something that's, you know, they're in a friggin' painter's what do you call it? You know, like a painter's top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're in t-shirts.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised.
You know.
You'd be surprised.
And I was amazed. You know. So I want to. I don't know. I want to try it. As long as I can stay warm.
Went camping when I was in high school. We went to New Hampshire, and we went camping at, I think it was Jackson Pass.
Oh wow!
We had a freaking blizzard that night.
Oh wow!
But we were camping. We built Quincy's.
I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
I know exactly what Jackson's Pass is. That's why I'm saying, oh wow, it's a freaking, because that wind is just.
Yeah,
it's like
it
going
was awful.
It's like going from a 10-inch hole to a 1-inch hole. You know what I'm saying? It's just and it's just constant.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and we had like a blizzard that night. And aside from that, we made these Quincy's, and as long as you had your door facing the right way away from the wind, you'd have a couple of candles burning in there for light, and it kept it probably 25, 30 degrees in there all night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Of course, I had a 20 below bag too, but.
Well, yeah. Exactly. I mean, if you're prepared for it, you know.
Yeah.
Make it easier on it. You'll enjoy it. Obviously, you'll enjoy it more.
Yeah. But I was only 18 back then, so.
Right.
That's a long ass time ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I saw a guy. I was watching a guy's video. He was winter tenting, hot tent, whatever Christ you want to call it. And you ready for this one? His door. He found this door, whatever this zip up, whatever. It was a clear door. So wherever he went, he made sure it was on a lake. You know, he's facing like southeast. When he wakes up, the sun's right there, and it was just beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just absolutely beautiful. Superfly in the house.
I couldn't figure out how the hell to get it kept saying for me to allow Google or whatever, but it would never come up to let me choose it to allow. I couldn't figure it out.
What's up?
Good night.
What's up, Super?
What's up, guys?
Not much. We're just discussing winter tenting. Did you ever go winter tenting before, or winter whatever hot tenting, or anything
Hell
like that?
no.
Hell to the no.
You like staying warm, Super?
Not really. I just don't like. I never went camping just go out in the woods and go camping. The camp that I talk about all the time, that's been around since before I was born. So if I want to go camping, I just go out to my camp.
Right.
and camping luxury.
Yeah.
Well, semi. I mean, we don't have any kind of electric. We don't have running water or anything like that. But like you can sleep in a bus. You can sleep in a bunkhouse. We have a covering for picnic tables and stuff. So.
Oh, so you're sleeping. All right. So you're not totally. Pretty much roughing it, I would say.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have shelter.
Yeah.
It's real roughing it and real tough when you got his dad cooking gourmet meals all.
Hey, that's a charcoal
Makes it harder.
grill.
You got a good spot there, real good spot right there.
I love it.
How's
The only
the
thing
fishing
that
on
worries
that
me,
river?
yeah, the only thing that worries me is the guy that owns the land.
Yeah.
You know, he's like 60 years old now. Like, if anything happens to him, I'm just afraid of what happens to the land. Like, are we still allowed to go down there?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Well, does he have family and all that?
well, see, he doesn't have any kids, so I don't know where it would go.
Oh, probate first. He'll go to probate, and then for like 3 years, somebody will back and forth, and then eventually, somebody will take it. If he doesn't already have it written out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I don't know. And Dad's like, we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. Really?
There you go.
Well, it's not that easy to cross it at that point.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. I'm like, Dad, you've been coming down here for 35 years. Like, he's got he built the we call it the bunkhouse, but original intent was to have like 4 or 5 bunks. But now it's just like one room with one bed, and Dad claimed it. And then like he bought the bus and drove it down there and parked it, and it's been there ever since. It's got a couple beds on it and a bar, and then the back end of the bus is storage and stuff. But I mean, he's built some things out there. You know what I mean? To just say, all right, well, you can't go down there anymore. Like that's where we lose a lot. Well, he would lose a lot.
Yeah. I see what you're
He
saying.
needs to cross that bridge now while the old man is still
That's what I'm saying.
all together there.
Yeah.
I've seen too many things happen that stuff goes south at that point. That I kind of went through it with my farm because my farm was my grandparents, and I bought it outright.
Yeah.
Right.
But all my cousins and start coming out of the woodwork saying,
Oh,
"Well, Grandpa said he was going to leave that to me in his will."
Right.
Well, if he was gonna, I think we'd have seen that in the will. But
Yeah.
Right.
and Grandpa never said that anyway. But
Oh, yeah. They saw ching.
they come crawling out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Mr. Bullet Points, what's happening?
Mr. B.
Bullet point.
Mr. B.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, I'm going through it now with my mother-in-law and her stepchildren are giving her a hard time after, now that my father-in-law had passed back in December, and they're up her ass. They were up her ass 3 days after he died, but
Yeah.
it's he said I can have the boat.
Kind of shit destroys families.
Yeah, and that's why I told my wife. I mean, I obviously don't have, you know what I mean? And so the little bit that I do have, I told her, I said, each kid gets a gun. They can fight over which one they want. I said, okay, each kid gets a gun. I go, you can have the trailer. You just have to pay dues once a month, $40 a month, and you can stay up there. I said, but I don't want them fighting. I don't want them,
I went through that with my grandpa. When my grandpa died, he lived right up the street from us, like literally 5 or 6 houses up from my dad across the street, and his other kids never came around unless they wanted something. That's the kind of people that they are. And Dad was up there every single day, checking on him, making sure he's all right. My dad's the one that found him dead. Like, Dad was up there all the time. And when he passed, my dad's brother, who is like, he thinks he's king shit or whatever, he went in and changed the locks on the house and said that he was afraid we might go in and steal stuff.
No, for
And
God's
like,
sake.
yeah, I haven't talked to the guy since. Like, I don't have anything for him. I told him, I was like, don't. If you see me somewhere, just pass me. Don't talk to me. I have nothing to say to you. So
Yep,
really,
like I
I
said,
don't
that
have
stuff
family on my
destroys
dad's
families.
side. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That kind of stuff just destroys families.
Yep.
Yep, it does.
I had a cousin of mine when my grandmother was dying. He's another one that, I'd be up here. My father would have us ever since I was 10, 8, 9, 10, shoveling in the winter and raking and cutting the lawn and raking. And they'd come up and visit because they lived down in Carver, Mass. And they'd come up and visit, and we'd be raking, and he'd be in the house doing nothing. And, he never called her on her birthday. I mean, that bullshit. He'd come up for Christmas, but you know what I mean. But then at any rate, and when she was dying, he came in and he made it sound as if he was the long lost friggin'. And I just looked at him as, you son of a bitch and fake bastard.
Yep.
And my father just whispered in my ear, please don't do this. And I said, okay, I won't do it today. But it's coming out at some point in time. He says, that's why I'm doing it right now. And I said,
It's
okay,
happening.
Yeah, like when Grandpa died, some of the people that, like some of my family that come in, that was their first time in his house in probably 10 or 12 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, this isn't a huge part of Kentucky. Like, they live, 10 minutes away type shit, and they just never came to see Grandpa ever.
Yeah.
I know exactly what that's like. My dad, I mean, got family, on the same street within, 200 yards, and never go see him.
Yeah.
75 years old, and never go see him just to check up on him.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, I wonder how he's doing.
Yeah.
I cherish the things like when my husband's grandma passed. My dad's mom died when he was a little boy, so I never knew her. And then my mom's mom didn't live close to us, as we got older, so really didn't have her in my life much. So my husband's grandma was, the primary grandparent figure in my life. And, when she passed, before she had passed, I told her that I wanted something. And, she's one of those that's a real suspicious kind of person. And she's like, what? And she had this old 2x4 that, probably yay long, that she used to shove her laundry down into her washing machine with, and she had used that for so many years it was worn down to just a thin stick, and we called it Granny's laundry poking stick, and that's what I asked for. So I have that in my laundry room, just to remember her by. That was, what I wanted. So to me, things like that, was a big part of somebody's life that they use every day, doesn't have to be worth anything to anybody else. It's just something special that holds a special memory. That's what I like. She had chased the dog with it when he would try to jump on the door or whatever. Those are my kind of things that I love.
I mean, I had the pleasure of growing up in my house was my grandfather, my mother's father. Since the day I was born, because my grandmother passed, I was probably a year old, and she had passed. So they asked, my mother and father moved in with my grandfather to help out and all that. And so, anyways, I had the pleasure of having him in the house growing up. And when he died, my cousins, who all but one is older than me, all my uncle's kids. Damn, it was like. When they come back from the funeral, we went to a little hall, but after we went to a little hall, we come back to the house. And boy, they rifling through shit. I'm taking this picture, I'm taking that, I'm taking this. And I came back and I let out a bellow and I said, get the f out of that room and do it now. And my oldest cousin, who probably hadn't seen him in probably 30 years, opens up his closet and I says, get out of the closet. None of that shit in that closet's yours. Well, I was told that there's a 22 in here, and I remember that Grandpa took us shooting when I was like 10. I says, and you haven't seen him since. I goes, you ain't putting your hands on that. You know, those the guns are staying right the hell where they are. They've been there since I was about friggin' 2, and that's where they're gonna stay until I move out of this house. But my kid brother has the nickel. They embedded a nickel in a telephone pole, and they went out about 70 yards, and they were shooting at it. And my grandfather said, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And he says, "Oh, we're just shooting at that nickel. We put a nickel up on the telephone pole." And so he took the 22, and he waited for the sun to break the clouds, and the sun hit the friggin' nickel. So, because they weren't using, he never used a scope in his life. They all used iron sights, and he waited for the sun to hit the nickel just right. Wham! And he hit it. You know, and my kid brother has a keychain now. That's his keychain. You know, so
That's
it's a
awesome.
nickel, but it's just something you know what I mean? It's just a little memoir, like Euler was saying. It's a little memoir that, you know.
I don't have anything like that. I got a wall hanger that Grandpa made. I don't even know if you can see it because it's kind of dark over there, but let's see. It's right there. And then there's a gold cross right next to it that my grandma had hanging over her bed. But it's like a shield, and then it's got one of those, is it called a mace? That's like a ball on the end of a chain with a handle, and like okay. And then two little like swords crossed, but he made it, and I love it though. I think it's the coolest thing ever.
Kind of like a family crust.
Right.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. But he made everything up there though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's all dusty. So John, I'll show you what I come up with, and it won't take a spark, bro. I don't get it. But I cut it up. So I just took a chunk out of I put wax in it. I don't know how well you can see that, but I put wax in it, and the bottom is kind of crumbly. It didn't soak all the way through. But like and I tried it at the camp and everything, and it just won't take a spark for nothing.
Is that fat wood?
No, it ain't fat wood. It's just sawdust, but it's pine sawdust though. But it's not even like.
We had this discussion the other night with who?
I don't know. Like it's not even.
Yeah.
It ain't even getting dark.
Who the hell was it that asked the other night in the chat?
Nothing. Absolutely
nothing. Anything that's fine like that should almost take a spark.
You would think so, but I mean it's.
Now, what did you? Okay, the sawdust that you're using, okay? I'm not being funny, but John, if he's using was it like a 2x4 or?
A 4x4.
Yeah, well, it was probably those are some of those are still green.
Well, most of them are treated too.
Treated.
Well, no, these
they're
not
not
treated.
supposed to burn.
So
they're not treated. Right. That's why they get rid of them for dad's work, because they get all rotten and shit.
Okay.
When they treat them a little bit when they cure them, because they cure them in a big they don't leave them just sit out and cure. They use a kiln or something like that.
Right.
They heat treat them. They heat cure them, and they treat them with a fire preventative so they don't start on fire in the kilns.
No shit. So that's probably why this ain't even taking a spark, because it's.
Because I'm willing to bet.
I didn't even think of that.
Super. I'm willing to bet, right? You go out and you find yourself a dead branch somewhere, and you process that sumbitch. You know, cut it with it. I don't care if you cut it with your handsaw, and you get sawdust out of that. I'm willing to bet you strike that thing and it's going up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've done that before, and I just couldn't figure out. Well, see, I didn't know what Tolly just said, though. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense.
They kiln dry the lumber.
Yep.
So I got like 7 or 8 of these that are useless.
I didn't even think about it being treated wood, but yeah, I bet he's right.
Well,
and then of course the pressure treated wood's obviously treated with chemicals and shit, so you don't want to do that. But,
yeah, well, Dad told me that the stuff wasn't treated because, like that's the reason why they want people to come pick it up from his work, and we burn it as firewood.
Oh.
And he wouldn't let us burn treated wood, you know what I mean, on the campfire. But I didn't ever thought about what Tolly said about the treatment process of when it's cut and
At the
everything.
mill, yeah.
Yeah, I had no
and
idea that.
it'll burn in a fire.
Yeah.
Because it burns all that stuff off.
It's just not gonna.
It's not as flammable. I mean, it takes longer.
I had no idea that. Damn, look at Tolly out here knowing everything.
I don't know about everything. I know one or two things. I watched a thing on it on PBS, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, don't laugh. I watch all kinds of stuff like that.
I do a lot of it.
One of my favorite things I used to watch was How It's Made on
Yeah.
Was it Discovery Channel or something?
Yep, Discovery Channel.
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
Yep.
They did a thing on holsters once. I watched that with great intent.
Yep.
I watched them. How it's made on badges, like police badges.
Yeah.
It takes like
6
weeks to make one damn badge.
Wow.
Really?
Dang.
Yeah, it was. But they were like custom badges,
Oh. Okay.
They weren't like your security officer badge or anything like that. They were. Man. What's another alternative fuel for like one of those penny stoves? Besides if you don't have like heat or whatever.
Rubbing alcohol.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to get at least 70%. At least 70% rubbing alcohol or better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rubbing alcohol is going to soot up your pot nice and black for you.
Yep.
Yeah. I imagine fingernail polish remover is probably the same thing. It'll soot it up bad too.
Oh yeah, that'll soot up big time. I'm sure moonshine will work if you got any moonshine available.
Well, I do have moonshine.
Don't waste good moonshine on a
But I don't want to burn my moonshine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't want to waste. You don't want to.
It's not an emergency. It's not an emergency or anything.
Right,
it's just.
right.
Let's not get political here.
Yeah,
Like Coleman can't.
Shit hasn't hit the fan that much yet. You know what I'm saying? Peachy.
Peachy.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi, Peaches.
Hello. I'm being attacked.
How are you, Peachy?
So.
I didn't do it, Peachy.
Good.
Do you need something down in that? Do you need something down in that penny stove for like a wick or whatever? Or you just pour straight liquid in there?
You just pour straight liquid in there and then put a penny over the middle hole and light her up. Or light it up and then put the penny in.
Supa,
Yep.
Utah Redneck Nichols is wanting to know what that deal back behind you that has ISIS on it. What does that sticker back there say?
Oh, it says Kentucky ISIS hunting permit.
Oh Lord.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It says no bag limit, and it says tagging not required, and it says no expiration date.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Come on down to Texas. You can go cross the border in about 10 hours or so.
I took a picture, because driving all the time, and this guy passes me, and all of a sudden he gets in front of me, and I swear to God, you ready? What's the name of the company he works for?
ISIS.
ISIS Medical.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. And I'm like, I gotta get a picture of this. That's an oxy-friggin-moron. So I take a picture of that, and I'm like, I put it on Facebook. I'm like, is this not an oxymoron? You have ISIS and ISIS Medical, and is that not stupid? But
Just a little bit.
right?
Well, you got to have good surgical steel in them sword blades for cutting people's heads off. Right?
Oh Lord. That's so damn fake. It ain't funny.
As long as it ain't mine. But
Well, Ohio, tell me how I'm doing. I started Jerry's sling thing.
Sling.
Oh.
Oh, is that a single point?
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
click on it.
Yeah, let me get that clicked up. We were talking about that last night.
The weave
There you
looks
go.
good.
Oh, cool.
But it's got, so far, it'll come apart for him.
Cool.
Him and John are some big boys, I tell you what. They eat
Yeah,
well.
for an AR, the paracord is probably a better way to go, but I don't know. I guess I like leather.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Both.
Not you.
It's good and snug and as tight as I can possibly get it cinched up.
My brother's got a dog leash, but it's paracord.
Yeah, I saw those too.
Some guy at work made it for him. The whole thing.
Yep.
I
I got
finished Bruiser's
something I call a
collar.
survival leash that I make.
Yeah.
They work out pretty good. You just double them over. I keep my dogs on a short leash because they get kind of naughty.
Yeah.
They want to eat it. They want to eat all the little neighborhood dogs.
Nothing wrong with that. What kind of dog is it?
Which one?
What kind of dogs do you have?
One's a German Shepherd mix, and the other one is a Mastiff and Lab.
Oh, even better.
They're both 80 to 100 pounds. I mean, they're not little dogs.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they're big dogs.
Nothing like
They'd
John's
be taking me
dogs.
for a walk.
John's got the Danes though. Those are big dogs. My brother's got an English
I could just
Mastiff, and he's not fully grown yet. And I think he said he's up to like 140 already.
Whew.
So
A dog?
yeah.
Dog?
An English Mastiff.
Dog.
It's more like a mini.
Out
It's more like a
there.
mini pony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a
His
male or
head-
female?
Male. His head.
Yeah, the males get really big.
I'm not even exaggerating. His freaking head, right? Right, we'll do it side profile from the end of his snout to his neck to the start of his neck. No word of exaggeration. That sumbitch, that's got to be 13 inches or better. It's
Good
freaking.
Lord.
It's right, John. I mean, Scott. The heads on them sumbitches are huge.
Oh, they're huge. They're absolutely huge. I mean, they're like a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, a
Wow.
mastiff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you come around like my poor uncle, all the kids were fishing, right? And so all he's doing is pacing the beach area, right? And all he's doing is keeping guard is what he's doing, because they're out on a gravel dike, and he's walking back and forth, right? And my uncle came up to say hi, so a bunch of the kids came off the dikes to go over and say hi to him, and he got off the golf cart or whatever to meet them, and the dog went absolutely shithouse. I ran over and I grabbed him, and as soon as I'm grabbing him, my uncle went to pat him, and they'd never been introduced to each other, and the dog went like this,
Oh,
and I just grabbed it and I pulled him back. He almost got him.
oh, Lord.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that would.
I have the same problem because Zelda's like that, and Mastiffs are known for being extremely loyal dogs.
Oh, they're loyal and wicked
Yeah.
protective.
Yep.
What kind of mastiff you talking about, Mikey D?
English
I love them.
Mastiff.
There's all kinds of mastiffs, like boxers are mastiffs and pit bulls are mastiffs too.
No, this is
Yeah.
a big English Mastiff.
Yeah, Saint Bernards are too. My aunt had like 2 or 3 of them over the course of 25 years or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were considered a mastiff breed. I didn't know that.
Yeah, mastiffs cover a wide range of dogs.
Yeah. And they're
But
they're protectors is what they are.
Yeah, they are. And
Snake killers.
it's amazing.
I don't think Zelda would kill a snake, but I don't think she'd think twice about killing a human.
Yeah.
An uninvited human.
We lived in northwestern Kansas, and my husband's boss had a mastiff out there on the farm, and it was a snake hunting sucker. It's like obsessed with finding snakes and killing them. It's crazy.
Good Lord.
When I'll tell you what, John, all the MI wisdom, he's gone, but well, he's just not gone. He's just stepped away from the camera. But he did a video, and there was a dog come up to him in the woods. I think it was a lab. I could be wrong, but that was a black lab. And,
they ain't small either, though.
Yeah, hell no. And
No.
he
Not like Bruiser Man.
he showed patience with it, you know, which was good, you know. At least he gave it, you know.
Do you follow Guns and Gear here on YouTube?
Yes, I do. I haven't, you know, I'm yeah, he's on my. He's
Have you seen his Mastiffs? He's got like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and they're huge.
Yep.
But he's a big dude too. I think he's like 6'8" or 6'9".
Good Lord.
Yeah, he's big. And his dogs like come up to his waist.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're big.
Well, yeah, Zelda comes up to my waist. She used to. We trained her. We had to teach her not to jump up on people as she grew up. When she was a puppy, it wasn't such a big deal. And when I got her, she was only 5 weeks old. You know, I could cup her in my 2 hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a little thing. And now I can't even cup her head in my hands.
Well, see, that's the thing with my brother's dog. He thinks he's a lap dog with my sister-in-law. Like, she'll be sitting on the couch. Oh, he goes slobbering over, jump right on her, boom. You know?
Sally does that.
I'd be
Sally
stuck
does
wherever
that.
the dog wanted.
But, like, my daughter, camera girl, the youngest one, she's got zero fear of anything like that. And so, you know, she'll walk over. Like today, we were over there for a little while after we came out of the state park I was at when I made that vid. I went over to my brother's house, and she's playing with the mastiff, and he's got a ball in his mouth. And yeah, she's sticking her hand right down his yap. Give me the ball. And then she's doing this, you know, and I'm like, don't tease him. Throw that ball, because if he goes and snaps at you, I said, I'm not going to yell at him. I'm going to yell at you if you still have a hand left.
Right.
I said, you don't do that to a dog. I said, you know better than that. And but yeah, even when she was a baby, I met one of my good hunting buddies through my daughter. She was 2 years old, and I turned to my wife and I go, hey, we're watching my kid play football, my son, and I said, who is that? And she just turned and she said, oh, Michael, she's right here playing with this boxer. I'm like, oh, all right. So I turned my head, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, all right, so let me go over and, you know. So I go, and she wasn't, I don't even think she was friggin' 10 yards away. And so I go over and I introduced myself, and I said, oh, it says, it ain't I said, geez, it looks like a boxer from where I was. I go, it was a pit bull. And so she's playing with it, and she's loving him, and she's patting him and the whole nine. And I'm talking to my buddy, my buddy Mike, and he says, dude, she's got zero fear. I'm like, yeah, no, she'd let Charles Manson walk through my front door. She don't care. Who is it? Hi, come on. You know. But yeah, she absolutely loves dogs. The other two aren't really dog lovers. My wife's really not a dog lover, so I really like to get her a dog when I move out of here. That is. But,
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without my dogs.
Yeah.
Me
I mean, I'll
either.
find out someday, because we're not going to get another one after we,
Right.
until we own a place again.
Right. John, what kind of dog was that came up to you out in the trail? Was that a lab?
That was a big male Great Dane.
Oh, that came out to you on the trail?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a mastiff too, by the way.
It's huge. Oh, because when he come, I'm like, oh boy.
That was the same day I found cougar tracks.
Yeah, well, I says, well, John carries a knife, so I says, I'm good. I says, he'll take care of himself on this one. You know?
If I have to, I'll try not to as long as I can.
Right.
But if he's on top of me, he's going to get stuck.
Right.
That or I'm going to pull the 9mm out.
I think that'd be my first choice.
That's always with me when I go camping.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I can't. That's the other thing about solo camping for me, like the way you do it, John. I can't bring nothing with me.
That sucks.
So that's why I don't do a lot of solo. I won't go. I think I did it once. I was in my 20s. But as I am now, I probably won't, because it's like the human factor. You know what I mean? I'm only one guy, obviously, so you know, because you never know who you're gonna meet out there.
That's what I worry about the most.
Yeah, I ain't worried about no animal. You know what I mean? Because I don't have black bear. Well, I do have black bear around here, but I have to go and find them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the animals are more scared of you than they are of anything else.
So I'm not gonna, you know. I mean, other than that coyote we had out here last night. By the way, I shot a coyote last night with a pellet gun. Brought it right to the ground. It was awesome.
With your new pellet gun?
Yeah. I went outside to have a butt last night when I was on the chat, and I went outside to have a cigarette. I'll get my cigarettes out of the car, and there was a police cruiser out, not directly in front of my house, but anyways. But here's the funny part: he's up on a car, my neighbor's car, right? Like, I'm like, what the hell's he doing? I'm like, everything all right over there? You know, just saying it jokingly. He goes, not really. I says, officer, what's the matter? Do you need me to call in the station? And he goes, well, I have this coyote here. I said, that was that growling is? He says, yeah. I says, dude, shoot the freaking thing. He goes, well, that's my problem. He said, I'm afraid if I shoot it, because at the angle he's at, he was afraid that the ricochet, because the house is behind, there was the neighbor's house is behind him. So like he's here, the coyote's here, and the house is here. So he's afraid the ricochet. So you know, obviously he doesn't want any issues with the ricochet. So I says, officer, hang on. I said, I got a cure for that. I come back running in the house. I grab my pellet gun, grab the pellets, come back out. I said, officer, I got a pellet gun. Let me see if I can help you out with this. He says, okay. So I hit it once, and you can, and the thing, I hit him in the rib, like the rib area.
Ow.
Low, not in the vital, but down, you know. Anyway, and you know, he went down to a knee, so to speak, and then I immediately slapped the barrel, put another pellet in, you know, brought it up, hit him again, didn't kill it all the way, you know, it didn't kill him by any means, but it brought him down, period. And he was just laying there. He was breathing, but he was just laying there. And then that gave the cop enough time to get off the car, get a better shot, and then take it out. So
cool.
So that was cool.
You confused me.
Adventures with Mike.
I thought you said you went outside to get some butt, and I was like, you can't do that in the house? What you
I'm not supposed to. But
Mike said he was looking for some of that front butt.
Hey, Jack, I was looking for a bag of dicks.
Is your 6 covered out there?
Hey, 6.
Shoot that bow.
Howdy, 6. You shoot that bow?
Shoot the bow.
Get the ball.
But I guess what happened is, I guess the reason why he got called is when he was walking their dog, and the coyote come out and went and attacked the dog while it was on a leash with the owner. So I guess the owner let the leash go so the dog can protect itself, or try to.
Yeah.
Good night, Mr. B.
Good night, Mr. B.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be a damn sorry coyote if I ever met up with one of my girls.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But
They're both that protective.
I asked the cop, how come he just didn't knock it with pepper spray? He goes, well, yeah, I could have did that. He says, but that ain't going to kill him. So now I'm sending I'm already sending off a coyote that already got a dog blinded now with pepper spray back out into the, he said, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there. I mean, one of the main reasons because you get a lot of weirdos, you get a lot of teenagers partying out in the middle of the forest. And there's somebody out there that will, but I'm not going to mention any names just because. And he was beat up real bad by 5 or 6 teenagers and almost killed him.
Really?
Yep. And to this day, he will not go out in the woods without his pistol.
Yep. I'll tell you what. I told you guys. I was startled by a friggin' bear, and I had a goddamn shotgun with fucking 6 slugs in it, and I was still startled by a goddamn bear. Let alone a human. Let alone a human.
Yep.
And so yeah, but I won't do it by myself. I can't. There's no sense in me going out there by myself if I can't protect myself.
Well, why can't you bring a shotgun with you?
I can if it's during hunting season, but I don't want to.
Oh, they get that shitty down there where you gotta.
Oh yeah, it can't be. I can't. See, that's one of those. The law says I can do it, and then the ordinance says that it's only during hunting season type bullshit. You know what I mean? So it isn't worth the argument, and it isn't worth the arrest and all that bullshit.
Right.
I was in the woods one time. I ran into Bigfoot.
Did you?
And, yeah, he likes hot chocolate.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna keep that in mind for if I run into Bigfoot again.
Yeah, I fixed him some hot chocolate on the campfire. He was good to go.
You know how I knew some bullshit was about to be coming? Because Ohio started talking.
Winning Wheels back in here.
Hey,
there he is. Winning Wheel, that's a good name for him.
Yeah, I haven't won in a while.
We're at the max with 10 right now.
He needs to smile some. Gee Louise.
Well, I'm about to cut that back to 9 here in a minute because I'm going to have to get some sleep, I think.
Yeah, the master found a seated coin today and he's not smiling. You found Lady Liberty seated on her stool.
On her stool.
Sitting on her back butt. And you're not
her back butt.
Yeah, Jerry.
Wow.
Same thing. We were thinking that the coyote was sick too, so.
You guys have a good night.
You do the same,
All
Scott.
Right, Scott. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Night night.
Night.
I don't know. One of these companies need to make a better cook cup for their canteens.
What?
Bigger. Because I'm on my 3rd round, and I'm trying to cook my noodles up. I'm on my 3rd round.
Why bigger?
It doesn't hold very many. It doesn't hold very many before it starts wanting to boil over.
Really?
You're determined, aren't you, Ohio?
I thought those cups were 24 ounces.
I'm more of a 42-ounce guy, though, man.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, it would probably be enough noodles for a normal person, but
I wasn't talking about your waistline.
Right. Noodles are one of the worst things next to bread.
Yep.
Peachy, I didn't invite you in here to criticize me and what I eat.
She's not, but she's telling the truth because if
I know she is. She's just looking out for me, but you know what? There's not a whole lot of other meals that can cook on a propane stove when you're sitting at work.
But
I can cook anything on a propane stove.
whites, stay away from the whites, and you will lose weight like a sumbitch.
Okay.
See,
there's
nobody
not a
listens
whole
to
lot of
me.
things a man would want to cook.
Wow. Peach, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard him.
Me want fried chicken and biscuits, woman.
Yeah.
Hey, Peanut.
Give me 3
I'm
hours, Jack.
eating egg noodles and tuna.
Ew.
I would eat tuna, macaroni, and cheese, but that requires milk.
Egg noodles and oh, you
No,
eat
I
egg
don't. I
noodles?
don't put milk in my mac and cheese. I put heavy whipping cream. Milk has carbs. Heavy whipping cream don't. So,
Well,
Wow.
Who
Pete's fighting
told
back.
you
Okay.
Ohio?
Wow, the blonde Texan is fighting back.
always.
All my
I'm so big.
exes.
Don't you see my arms? Look how big I am. I'll whoop his butt.
yeah, I'm afraid of those 4-inch pythons.
What'd he say?
What is it?
Yes.
He said something about his 4-inch something. I didn't want to comment on
I wish. I wish.
No, you just wish you could see it.
Oh, God.
I got some.
Well, if
work
he
to
could
do,
eat
y'all.
noodles, he could.
All right.
Put the noodle fork down.
I'm not putting my noodle fork down.
Y'all made fun of Will. Yeah.
Made fun of Will.
Did he bail on us?
Yeah.
Real
Looks
excited.
like it.
He said he'd be right back.
After chat. Exciting.
He said he'd be right back.
He NASCAR's is out there.
Yep, I just shouted him out. I know you guys didn't hear me. You were too busy making fun of Ohio.
Right. Thanks, Mike.
It's so fun though.
Well, they
Happy
were.
420, everybody.
Oh, yeah, it is 420.
Happy 420.
It's only 2 o'clock. Yeah. Hey, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Good evening.
What's up, CCT?
Woohoo!
Justice for Will.
Yeah, like, you know how we got to shoot that bow for 6? Man, 6 got me a while ago. I had to go to his channel and actually look at his video to see if he shot that bow, man.
Yeah, he was like, y'all didn't see the video?
What did he do? Did he tell you that he shot it? You didn't see the video yet or something?
No, I was like, shoot that bow. He's like, you didn't see the video? And I had to go to his page and look.
He just wanted you to go to his page so he can get the site, so he can get the, he's not dumb.
Yeah. But, whenever we see Sky Turd out there, we gotta tell him to send a knife or something like that. Like we do.
I turned on me.
Good night, Utah.
Oh, it's Cyber Curtain. I'm sorry.
Why you trying?
Hold on a second. Somebody's trying to burn the house down.
Apologize. I haven't been out in the chat room.
I'll be right back.
There you go, Wiley.
Ew.
What the hell? I hope there's some butter or something in there.
There you go. That'll be all right with me. I don't have any problem with tuna and noodles.
I think Peachy probably could do the better job.
Well, I'm sure she could, but she's in Texas and I'm in Ohio, and, you know.
We know.
Throw away the noodles. Take the tuna, make some patties out of it, and throw them in some lard.
John's just north of you. He could have helped you out. He could probably cook better than you too.
Actually, these are called egg-free dumplings.
What's the carb count, honey?
They're egg-free egg noodles. I imagine the carb count is outrageous.
I imagine.
What would be outrageous? What did you say? 42?
42 per 2 ounces.
Is that outrageous?
Yeah.
That's awful. You shouldn't have 42 carbs a day, let alone in one meal.
Well, as much as I cook, I'm about to have 84 carbs is what I'm about to have.
Probably.
Okay, now multiply that by 5.
Yes, sweetie, but not for nothing though, Peachy. What's in that bottle you're drinking?
3 carbs.
No way.
Yes way. Look it up. It's 3 carbs.
Oh, natural light. Okay, yeah, it is. Never mind. My ex-girlfriend should drink that camel piss.
Yes, it's good.
They're listening, and it's snowing there right now.
Oh, nice.
Where?
Where are you at, Bush Brother?
Oh, Bush Brother. He's up in Canada.
Oh, that's right.
Ew. Ew.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Bush, but you're up near Sask, right?
Hashtag send the knife.
Oh, Lordy.
But, Yeah, so I think the next time I go out in the woods, anyways, and stay, I'm gonna make a. I saw Chris Woodcraft make a baton yesterday, the day before yesterday, actually. That looks big enough to hurt anything in the world, John. So I think I might try that.
That and bring a big knife.
Yep. And it was kind of cool the way he made it. He took like it looked to be about 3 inches round, John, or 4 inches round, and
Yeah, you just cut around it with the saw and.
yeah, he went in about
been there.
an inch. He went in about a quarter inch, and then just started batoning that, and then left the center, and then worked it with his knife, so he had, big fat friggin' thing head at the bottom, and so that'll work as a good weapon.
I was gonna ask the same. What video?
What?
That you're talking about? Somebody made a womp stick or something?
Wyndham Woodcraft made a baton.
Okay.
Baton or hammering. He can, with the one he made, you can hammer in friggin' tent stakes or anything like that too.
10-penny spikes.
Yeah. But no, earlier we were talking about being in the woods and stuff, and so I said that baton that he made, I should make one of those and use that as a form of protection.
I found my gun online today. Yes, sir.
Want me to put the nail in the coffin for you? After I get done eating this tuna noodles, you know what I want to eat?
A donut.
What?
Twinkie.
A moon pie.
Moon pie.
Oh, shut up! I almost bought some last night. Shut up.
Scooter pie.
Hey, I was going to ask y'all, what kind of trouble did Ivan get into last night? Because I got messages today getting blamed for what Ivan did.
What did I tell you? I told a certain individual that you would get blamed.
What happened?
What the hell?
My ass was 100 miles from my house last night in a strip joint playing a gig and shit. And I get all these messages talking about I'm a bastard for what I said. I'm like, bitch, what did I say?
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know, Jacko.
I got video footage placing me on a stage in front of a pole last night. Bass guitar in my hands.
I don't know, Jacko. It wasn't me, bro. I wasn't.
I don't know. I got video footage of me being on another chat.
Yep, and I wasn't. I was on that chat in which you're referring to, Jack. But I wasn't in the chat itself when all that occurred.
I got video footage of being out the camp.
Hold on. What chat are y'all talking about? I'm talking about Redneck's chat.
That's the chat I was on.
Did Ivan get in trouble with other chats too last night?
No.
Did Ivan get in trouble in Redneck's chat?
I didn't see anything. I got in late though.
I was in Redneck's chat till about 5 minutes to 10.
Who the hell's Ivan?
Redneck, he messaged me and he was like, "I'm sorry for whatever. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean?" He said he's sorry for whatever he said. He didn't know Ivan was me or whatever. I'm like, dude, I was in Tupelo last night, like looking at titties and drinking beer and fucking playing bass and rubbing on some ass and stuff, you know.
So you're getting blamed for being Ivan.
Dana might see this. You might want to be quiet.
You're Joseph.
I know. I told everybody. I tell it. I don't hide behind mine. You know what I mean? Every troll account that I have, everyone knows about because I tell them.
Good, Jack. That's why I don't have any troll accounts.
But just because Ivan's Russian, I'm getting blamed for it.
Yeah, well, you know,
I was like, what the hell did I do? I don't mind. I mean, I don't give a shit about the people either that got pissed off. They can suck my fucking balls. You know what I mean? But what the fuck did Ivan do? What am I getting blamed for?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I told you I wasn't there. I left there about 5 minutes to 10.
I mean, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I think it's funny. I mean, for anybody that playfully trolls and stuff and someone gets butthurt about it, that's their own fault. Fuck them, you know? Fuck them all. Fuck them all.
That picture still makes you look like you're 13.
I know it does.
That picture of Jack makes him
Do
look
what?
like he's 13.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not picking on you, Jack. I'm just saying you look young. It's frickin' a good thing.
I know. I
Because
still
when you're
get
my age, and they say, "Hey, what are you like, 29?" You're gonna be like, shaking hands and kissing babies.
What is that song about? All the whores and stuff are out there dropping their ass and stuff down to the ground. That song about my anaconda.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got
None unless
buns,
you
son.
got buns.
Yeah, dude. There was this girl. I got one picture of her on my Facebook. She had a butter face, but she had an ass on her. And she just kept, she would drop it, all the way standing up, down to the floor. I mean, touch the floor and bounce up off, the floor, like, in like a second. Just boom! It was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
See what happens when you come
I'd
out
break
of
a
the woods.
hip.
She'd do the splits and stuff like the splits and then come back up, like, and clap or something, and then drop her ass down, and then come back up and clap, and then do the splits again. And then, I don't know, it was just fucking amazing, dude.
If I come out there, can I stay at your place for a few nights and we'll go there?
Yeah. She's gonna be back there. We're playing there again in 3 weeks. You got 3
Oh, I
weeks.
can't do 3 weeks. I can't do 3 weeks.
Man, I didn't have my camera at the time before we went on stage. I went back there to the lap dance room and stuff, and I was gonna do a video with Joseph. I'd be like, "This is where sexy time happened," and shit like that in a video. But I didn't have my fucking camera. Plus, we were setting up. I didn't really have time.
Hey, Jack, Ivan come in here and said something, and then Skyturd said, "I'm not Ivan," without anybody blaming him. So I would imagine that Ivan feller is Skyturd.
See, this is why I don't have troll accounts.
I don't think it is.
Oh, you don't
I
think
like
so?
having troll accounts, and whoever don't like it can suck my ball. I like having fun with my troll accounts. I am the fucking. It's my personalities, man. I'm a fucking Russian. I'm a sock monkey.
That's
I'm
why
a hairy ball sack.
When I was a kid watching Popeye the Sailor Man, I am what I am. So
I am what I am too. All of me. I have DID, man. I have. I have one other like real personality, and his name is Bo Henry. But these other characters, I express different things in different ways with them and stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
Like I can get more violent, I guess, with the sock monkey, since everybody wants to kill the sock monkey now, and I have no idea why. Everybody hates the sock monkey. Everybody wants to rape. They either want to rape the sock monkey, or kill the sock monkey, or skin the sock monkey, or make gulag soup out of the sock monkey. What the sock monkey has done is try to spread cheer.
I don't know why, but once I showed John Seaman's video on looking for the monkey, that's all he's talking about is blasting with the 44.
That's what I'm talking about. Everybody wants to hurt the
that's a
monkey.
nice weapon, a 44.
Not me. I'm going to start a sock monkey.
Fan
What do
club?
they call? No, what do they call it when they take them? A sock monkey rescue habitat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the sock monkey has been in hiding for like a month and a half now. Ever since Batman came out with those videos, he's like, "Oh shit,"
That'd be a nice gun to take out in the woods as a.
He hasn't been out looking for, he hasn't been accusing nobody of racism in the last month and a half.
Apparently, Skywarp says no, me too. So.
Mike, can you take that out? I mean, it's considered a pistol.
What, 44?
Yeah.
Oh, the one you showed me before? No.
Oh, you got a mare's leg?
Yeah, she's got a mare's leg.
I don't want to really see my other personality.
I mean,
just for fun.
I mean, because certain parts of like where I was today with my daughter, even during hunting season, I can't hunt in there because it's a state park and it's, they shade out certain areas that you can hunt in, and then the other areas you can't hunt in. So
tell BLM to kiss your ass.
I know, but there's nothing, it's Massachusetts. It's just the way it is,
Have you seen what they're doing out in Oregon? They're trying another Bundy Ranch shit up in Oregon with a bunch of old coal miners.
Oh, really? Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's my biggest
sorry
fear,
about
being in the woods by myself. So
I
they had a
think
lady up
Ross-
in Maine. They had a lady up in Maine hiking the Appalachian Trail, and she called and called and called her husband. Each time she said she'd call, and each place she said she'd be for him to meet her, and he met in the whole 9 yards. And she got to Maine, and poof, she was gone. Gone. No trace, no nothing. They didn't find any. The last people that saw her, they went from there. Okay, that's where their quote unquote their hunt started for her, and there was no, no disruption of where like a bear got her or something, or she came in between a mother and her cubs or anything like that, because nothing got, you know what I mean? So they think that somebody, heard her and buried her somewhere.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so it's like,
Damn.
you know what I mean? The woman wasn't like, she was probably 50-something years old too.
Well, shit. Back in the early '90s, here in Ohio, we had a guy that was sniper and outdoorsman, fishermen, hunters, all that shit.
Yep.
They finally caught the guy. Fucking FBI caught him, but I mean, people were out fucking throwing a line in the water and get sniped from a couple hundred yards away.
That's why I think the next time I go out in the woods, I'm going to drive out to Michigan and go with Dan My Woodsman and Wookie and 39 Camper. I'll be all set. There'll be enough firepower there to friggin'... Right, Johnny?
Well, come on down here with Jerry.
It's finally quiet here.
Nice.
Like I'm outside. This is like the eye of the storm or something.
Oh,
you
you gotta watch. That's when you watch out, when it gets real quiet and calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like right
It tore the.
Anytime my wife is quiet and calm and she ain't sleeping, I'm in frickin' trouble.
It was just like storming and lightning and fucking wind and stuff, and now it's just like really calm.
It tore the shit out of Austin last night.
One of these days I'm going to make it out to Michigan.
Speaking of Texas, hold on, we got to do a shout out. Stevie Ray Vaughan got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, it's about time. It only took him frickin' 30 years. Jesus.
Joan Jett too. I thought Joan Jett was deserving.
Yeah, well, don't you think that Stevie Ray should have been in like frickin' 30 years?
Oh yeah, he should have. Well, maybe not 30 years ago because he was still alive, but I mean,
but you
he wasn't.
You understand?
Yeah,
I was being.
Yeah, he should have been inducted a while back, before the Red Hot Chili Peppers or before
Green Day.
Green Day, yeah, that's the fucking band. Green Day, damn.
Look how long
Green Day?
Look how long it took him to put Rush in there, for Christ's sakes.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that. Rush is fucking awesome, dude. They should have been in there at least 12 years ago. At least 12.
Unbelievable.
What was it? I seen a picture on Facebook, and it had when Kanye West or whatever was talking about how talented Beyonce is or whatever, and should have won Entertainer. There was a picture of it.
Beck plays like 14 instruments, man. He told Beck he needs to learn more about musical something. I can't understand his gibberish.
Yeah, he didn't know who Beck was. It's like, well, that's because you're involved in one type of music and that's it. That's fucking shit. But Geddy Lee, there's a picture on Facebook that says, I played bass, synthesizers, something else, like 2 other instruments, and sing lead vocal. Tell me again how Beyonce is. Yeah, at the same time. Tell me again how Beyonce is talented.
He plays keyboard with his feet and bass and stuff with one hand, and I mean, he's wild, man. He's a wild motherfucker. He needs to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like 12 years ago, dude.
Yep.
And they put Green Day in there last night or whenever it was.
Oh God! Have you seen the video of Chop Sawyer, The fucking puppet, the guy that's got the puppet that drums.
No.
No.
I gotta find it for you.
I might have.
It's hilarious, man.
I done
I'm
got back
stoked
into
now.
music and crap now.
Not to change the subject, but I'm stoked because I'm gonna go buy my fucking. I'm gonna go buy my alcohol for my alcohol stove. I'm stoked.
I hear an owl out here. The storm must be over. I hear owls and stuff. I didn't get blown away. Alright, I live another day to annoy y'all. One more day. That'd be fucking weird if I died tomorrow, wouldn't it?
I would be very sad.
Everyone would be sad, wouldn't they?
Hey, here you go, Jack. I'm gonna post a link. Check this out. You'll crack up.
Careful,
Alright.
when I'll post a link. Sometimes he makes mistakes.
I promise.
So you guys be careful when you open up that link. If you have anybody, your wife, your husband, or somebody over your shoulder, you may not wanna,
I'll open up any link he puts in there. I ain't scared.
Yeah, because Dana doesn't mind, and she's probably not there with you right now.
No, I'm outside.
All right.
She's in the house. It's kind of chilly out here, man.
Yeah,
Wait a minute,
it's
what happened to
so-
Peachy?
Oh, she just left.
Oh,
Maybe her stream was freezing up. I know mine keeps freezing up. A little better tonight, but
is the weather bad where you're at?
no, not tonight. It was last night though, and so I don't know. My internet's been acting weird. Oh my gosh, this video is hilarious.
Super, I was down in West Virginia the past few days when my dad was in the hospital and stuff. And
Yeah.
it rained every day I was down there, and I mean, it was just flooded. We had mudslides and everything, man. It was crazy down like the. You familiar with like Williamson, West Virginia, and Williamson, Kentucky? Down.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's where I was at.
But I know where you're at though.
Yeah, that's where I was down in that area. I mean, and it was just constant. We were going to come home Thursday morning, but we had to wait till Thursday afternoon for them to clear the road from a mudslide before we could even get out. There's only one way in and one way out of this road, where my dad lives.
Yeah, the flooding hasn't been bad at all where I'm at, or the cities, well, town south of me. Their flooding hasn't been too bad either, and usually it is. But now, southwest down where you're talking, or southeast where you're talking, and then southwest even of me, probably 25, 30 minutes. They've got roads that are underwater too, where it's a one way in, one way out kind of deal, and people can't go anywhere. They're stuck.
Yeah, they're just stuck.
That's a shame. I don't really get like mud slides out here. Yeah, we get the blizzards and all that crap, but I don't really get.
We don't really get mudslides here. We just get a massive amount of rain because it's all hills around here. But it just so happens that where I'm at, there's not many hills, and even the whole trailer park I live on is actually on a hill, so
Right.
I wouldn't have to worry about any kind of flooding or anything.
Well, that's good. You guys get, hey, John and M.I. Woodsman and what's that other guy's name that doesn't talk a lot?
Will?
That metal detector guy from Michigan?
I'm here.
Will?
Oh, that's there he is.
I'm not interesting, is all.
Do you
The
get,
guy that
do you get
wins
all
every
that stuff
contest?
out there too? Or?
Hold on, I gotta say something. Alright, he's done misspelled one of my favorite bands' name like twice in a row. Y'all look at that, dude.
The L is before the Y and the O.
Pink foiled.
Blood.
Pink foiled.
Pink foiled.
White.
Pink Floyd is my favorite band.
I like pink foiled,
That's
man.
all right.
Pink Floyd.
White.
I remember when I was a
Hey,
teenager,
Gabe.
Pink
What
Floyd came out at the theater.
Oh, yeah?
The Wall.
The Wall.
Yeah.
You!
That
Yes,
was a strong
you!
movie, right?
Stand still, laddie.
Hey.
What the hell are you yelling
Ohio.
at?
Shh.
I'm yelling Pink Floyd, man. No one knows that.
All right, but hang on. Let
No.
John finish this. Let John finish talking first. Whoops. I
There
think
you
I
go. He copy and pasted what I wrote, so he gets 5 points. All right, everybody's
I
got
didn't
to
do it on
like.
purpose, Ohio.
What?
Oh, Ohio's
How the
getting-
fuck you gonna mute me on my own
I
chat?
said I didn't do it on purpose, you bastard.
I'm sorry I talked, Mike.
I didn't do it on purpose, I said.
Oh, that's funny.
But anyways, now that I still
Yeah.
have the floor, let John finish what he was saying. Go ahead, Emma.
Oh, I was just saying, I remember when Pink Floyd The Wall came out in the movie theaters. I was a teenager. And that was a wild, wild movie, I'm here to tell you.
Oh,
We were well prepared before we went in there.
yeah.
Those were the days.
Oh, yeah. Bring back the friggin' 80s, late 70s. Oh, my God.
Yep. I graduated in '82, so
The bastard fuck.
Bastard, that's right.
Yeah.
Ohio
I was just quoting some Pink Floyd, man. No,
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
the man was still talking, and that's rude, and we don't do that on this chat, and you know it.
Oh, super, super, super.
It's on now.
Damn, everybody's muted.
They kept
For
me
those
muted
of you
on
out there,
Jeremy time, too. I was getting pissed off.
Superfly muted Ohio then after that. So.
Damn, dude, Sky Turt's kissing some major ass out there.
Oh,
Maybe you want to actually send him a package or something.
No.
He's
Nah.
kissing some ass. He gets 5 points. He spelled Pink Floyd right for the
If
third.
Will,
If someone's going to send him a package, they can instead send it to Will.
There you go.
actually, I was gonna see if Will wanted to send something to him. Maybe like a self-addressed envelope or something.
Right, so stamped envelope.
Yeah, how about that, Sky? What if Will sends you a self-addressed, all prepaid box, and all you gotta do is put the fucking knife in it, and stick it in the mailbox? How would that work?
You see what? Did
What
you
if
see?
I had to pick up his house? I send the delivery guy right to his house.
Yeah, FedEx would go pick it up straight from his house. Exactly.
Did you see
Or
what
he could just-
Cyber Curtain wrote? He said the UK is so unprepared for bad weather, and it shuts the whole country down.
That's scary.
Well, they're also on an island too, so.
So is in Ohio. You know, I mean, you ought to be anyway. You're flat and everything else out there, aren't you?
We're not flat.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Ohio.
Ohio's about as flat as friggin'. There's no mountains in Ohio.
Well, there ain't no mountains in Kentucky either, but it's all hills.
The hills. The hills are alive, man.
I remember
You
when I was,
couldn't think of a flat movie star, could you? It's impossible. Try to think of one.
when I was
Hey, he said that sounds good. Send him a
Marsha,
box.
Yeah.
Marsha Brady.
Marsha Brady.
Was a kid then.
Marsha.
My nose.
Oh, those damn Snicker commercials with fucking who's
Yeah,
that Mexican actor, and it's got Danny something. I don't know.
they brought back Mike Reed from the dead.
I'm sorry, I'm being bipolar tonight.
What? Say
I
what?
just remember when I was driving out to Ohio. As soon as I got into the state of Ohio, it seemed like every friggin' mile and a half there was a porn store
Yeah.
in
Lot
a
of
bale of hay.
The best places in Tennessee, there's like this super mega ultimate fireworks adult bookstore, like all in one. You can buy your porn and your fireworks at the same place. And the guy that works there is way too fucking friendly.
Yeah, but see, that's just people with a lot of time in their hands right there, you know what I mean?
We know what you mean.
Sometimes Tennessee people are like Canadians. They're like
Oh,
really
no.
friendly.
No, Canadians are way nicer.
Will don't give a shit that he's muted. He don't care.
He don't even know. He's too busy entering contests.
Right, he's in a contest, watching a movie.
He's reading a book on how to win more contests.
Yeah.
How to win YouTube contests for dummies.
Enter as many as possible.
He's thinking about not being a vegetarian no more.
Yeah.
No, it's
Eat the
big.
cat, Will. Eat the cat.
Eat the cat.
I got weak as shit when he was like, winter, vegetarian dinner. I was like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, I got to do my drawing this week.
Yeah, you do. You have to pick my name too, bitch.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah, I actually have a video for you, Ohio. I just haven't uploaded it yet.
Oh, you better hurry.
oh,
You
I
better
got a
hurry.
video.
If I don't get it in time, it's okay. I'll still put it up.
You better hurry.
there.
Tomorrow.
I'm thinking.
Don't do that. You'll
About-
Wow.
Thinking about taking everyone's name and just kind of randomly attaching them to like a cardboard box or something, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe having my youngest shoot the bow and arrow at it. Whichever one he hits, that's who wins.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea.
No, put all the names in a balloon and like shoot it with a dart gun or something. Or like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And then what? All the names fall on the ground. Then what?
Yosef, go back to
Tell
sleep.
me-
Yosef, go back to
put-
sleep.
You put like something on the ground, like marking the winner circle, and
Like
like,
whoever comes closest to it wins.
yeah, like put a rock down there, like paint a fucking rock or something, and put it on the ground. It'd be like, there's the winner rock. And if one, like whatever one, like lands on it or closest to it, and if it's a tie, then fuck, I don't know.
If it's a tie, you just say fuck it. It's a tie. No one wins. I'm keeping this shit for myself.
So
Just
once
be
again,
like, oh, well, according
In your
to
face,
you-
World Hornbuckle.
yeah, Will Hornbuckle automatically wins on ties, and if no
no,
one
Will,
comes
Will hasn't won nothing in a while, so he that horseshoe's out of his ass now.
Yeah.
I think
You're damn right. I'm sorry.
Peachy's up there. Peachy's up there with the winnings now.
I'm jelly.
I'm jelly, man.
Ohio got some winnings.
And I'll tell you, it goes in streaks. It's like you'll have a hot streak,
Yep.
and you'll win, and then for a while you won't do nothing, and then all of a sudden you'll start winning again. So what happened to me?
His streak is still going.
I just won
I
a
don't know. I mean,
What's that, John?
I just won a neck knife and that from Yeti and paid it forward to Timberwookie.
Oh, nice.
How much time has to go by for your streak to be over, Mr. Hornbuckle?
7 days.
7 a whole week. If you don't win
7
anything
days.
a whole then that
7
streak, that one little run is over until the next run. Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
Okay. How long has it been this time?
it's been at least 7. I haven't won. I didn't win anything in this on Friday.
You didn't win a damn thing on Alfu's. Al's all metal detecting group on Facebook. You didn't
No,
on
I won
Contest Friday.
5 weeks. I won.
You entered at least, I know they have at least 7, 8 contests in there. You entered all those, and you did not win not one.
No, I didn't. I had to work. a lot of them.
Damn, dude. I went in there. I never get in that shit. And I got on there that one Friday. I did a contest or something, and then my contest won. And I won that pinpointer. And I still ain't got my prize, man. And that was like 2
Pinpointer?
years ago.
Oh, was it a cheap one?
Yeah, I forwarded it to my mom so she can have a pinpointer because I got tired of it like being like 50 foot away from me, and I have to throw my pinpointer at her because I'm like balls deep in a hole, like looking for something. I'm like, I know it's here, man.
And then you pull it out, it's a beer can.
Yeah.
Balls deep in a hole.
You know, Jack's the only one that can say balls deep in the same sentence with talking about his mom, and we all know what he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody else say that, we would blame you for doing something illegal, you know?
My mom lives in the same town with me, and she's just like, you know, on the other side of the county and shit. And we go hunting together sometimes.
Mr. Tim Wookie, how are you, brother?
Is Wookie out there?
Yeah,
I just saw Bigfoot.
He said he just put a para-wrap on the new SOG snarl that he has.
Sweet. What'd you say, Mike? The SOG what?
Snarl.
Snarl.
S-N-A-R-L.
Snarl.
Say that again. Say that again.
It's the, you gotta leave the R out. It's snarl.
Snail is snail.
The new song Snail. Yeah, it's the new song Snail.
Oh, you guys are gonna pick on me now? I see how it goes.
Oh yeah.
Wookie, how are you, brother? Good to see you.
I won a Transformer the other night.
And my Timber Wookie can confirm that Bigfoot does like hot chocolate. I guarantee it.
There's that bullshit again.
Wookies.
What? No, seriously, man.
No, they like what is it? Jack's Link's beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Yeah, but I heard they were vegetarians.
Well,
have y'all ever thought about something like, could they make soy jerky and like so Will could enjoy some beef jerky?
They make everything. They make everything flavor. There's fake now.
They have vegetarian jerky.
Will's like, here, try this tofu jerky. It's great.
Yummy.
I tried the Burger King has a veggie burger. I tried that. It was dry. It's probably been laying there like a hockey puck all day long because nobody buys them. But I bought it and paid.
It's like freezer burn and shit.
Yeah, price for attention. Yeah, my sister used to be a vegetarian, not by choice, but because of her health. She couldn't digest. Had a problem digesting.
Protein.
Yeah, so she was, we'd be cooking out or whatever, and I'd be teasing, I'll be cooking sausages. I'm like, hey, you want a sausage?
Yeah, I get that all the time.
And she's like, will you cook some? But anyways, it was kind of cool because it was really nice. Is that, she'd go out and buy trout, or I'd bring it for her or whatever, or a haddock or something. You know what I mean? But like if she had brought a trout or something, she's always like, hey, you're cooking it, you want something? I'm like, yeah.
Jerry Pruitt said veggie jerky equals celery.
No, that's not true.
It took me years to convince my parents that I was vegetarian, so I would go over for dinner and they would always, make ham, for Christmas, like that, and I'm like, I'll just have the potatoes, thanks for thinking. And then finally they remembered. So the very next year for Thanksgiving, my dad was all excited. Hey, on the phone, he's like, hey, I made you a vegetable soup. So I get there, man, it looks good. I'm chowing away, and all of a sudden I'm like, what are this brown things in the bottom? There's all that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a vegetarian. He goes, where your hamburger goes in vegetable soup. Like, serious?
He's like, take that. Got it.
Trying to bring it back to the dark side.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Sounds like your dad was trying to bring it back to the dark side.
mean,
Super, you seen that on Facebook, didn't you? Where I
I
posted
seen
the
that
guy.
failure looking dude.
These nuts got him.
That is the most hilarious shit I've
I
seen in
swear.
like, at least a decade, man. I
Side,
laughed so hard one night. So
side
hard. The first time I seen that.
I think there's one that's about 10 minutes long.
The
Just a
first one I
bunch of
saw
different-
was with the Blues Clue guy. He's like, we
Yeah,
just got a
me too.
letter. We just got a letter. You know,
Yeah.
wonder who it's from. And then it's like, these nuts.
These nuts got him.
I thought
Yeah, I
about
put that shit.
parody videos. I was going to get a letter from I was going to wait until I got a letter from Will or somebody, and then scratch out Will with an X and put these nuts on it.
These nuts.
Somebody has a channel called These Nuts. And they used to get on Resist the Tyranny's chat all the time, and he would always fucking call them out, because he goes through the list to see who's out there.
Right.
He was like, these nuts.
Remember that time Mr. Ivan was in an informed state of mind?
With fucking Banner. Banner jumped right on that day, didn't he?
He was like, hey, now, a boot, we have, Canadian talk, his mouth was blabbing and stuff on South Park. That's the way I imagine him when he's talking.
With his little beady eyes. His head's flapping back and forth with his little beady eyes.
But whenever he's talking and stuff, that's the way I imagine him. In my head when I close my eyes and stuff, and I'm really baked or drunk or something, sitting here watching him.
I just wanted him to break into song. Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Yeah, Terrence and Phillip, man. This is exactly what I think about. He's Phillip, and I just want to sometimes I'll be the other one. I can't remember their names. I forgot them that quick. And then it runs on water, man. You know what I'm talking about? You just put water on it and it just runs for days.
Wow, where the fuck did you come from?
It came from space, man. It just came from space.
Good night, Cyber. Thanks for coming
Night, CCT.
Hey, CCT later, brother.
But anyway, what I was saying is he was, reading out the chat and stuff, and then he's like, Ivan, Ichi, boss, you got me,
Got him.
Got him.
God, these nuts, got him.
Dude, next time there's a chat going on and it's kind of dead in there, like a Hickbilly chat or something, we need to all go in there and have some fun with him one night, because he'll interact with the comments and stuff and the trolls, and just get some really clever names to go in there and just fuck with, consensual section, missionary position for the sole purpose of procreation. He loves that.
That's the best name ever, man.
That was pretty funny.
Hey, Gil, what's up?
I haven't fucked with him with that one. I fucked with him with Yosef, but I actually go in the chat. I'll go in there and interact with him and stuff though. He'll call you out. He'll be like, "Get your ass in here, you troll." And I go in there. What did you say, comrade? And then we got drunk, and they dared. I'll tell you on after chat. It's kind of vulgar, but he dared me to do something, and I did it live. Go back and watch it, dude. It was hilarious. It involved tissue.
Alright. Gear,
It's the longest I've ever got to talk on a chat. It's kind of weird. Everybody's being quiet.
How are you?
Yeah, that was quite a
These
barrage.
nuts.
These nuts.
Who else we got out there, Mike? These nuts.
These nuts.
Nuts are crying.
Hello,
These
hello.
nuts have seen another love. But they're never gonna see another
Guess who, man? I know.
These nuts.
Guess who, man? That's,
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
you like tapes and CDs?
What do you mean?
Don't you take my dick to your forehead and see these nuts?
See these nuts?
What's wrong with you? Hey, Gear, how are you, brother?
Oh, I like. I heard it.
Not bad.
Not too bad, man.
Hold on, everybody mute yourself and let Super's got the floor. He's got to play.
Oh, I was just playing it randomly when somebody takes something.
These nuts.
That laugh is just classic, man.
These nuts.
It never gets old, dude. I listened to it 87 times yesterday.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of, what's his name on,
These nuts.
Hey, we got Donnie Darko's out there.
Yep.
Hey, Jack, I posted a link there in the internal for the one that's like 11 minutes long or something, and they do it after all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, dude, I gotta watch that.
Like SpongeBob and stuff, and
Yeah.
Aladdin and all kinds of stuff.
My favorite one is like whenever it's that movie where Tupac was in it, and that dude's on the payphone, and he's like, "Who the fuck you talking to?" And it's like, "These nuts." God.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that clip of SpongeBob when he's sitting there on the chair watching that, like, I don't know what it is, some type of sponge in the ocean on the coral reef, and it's like going back and forth real slow. And he's like, oh, watching it, and all of a sudden the fucking snail comes up next to him. He's like, Gary! And he turns into the football game because it was like he was watching fucking sponge porn.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, well, I saw it on YouTube.
Okay, it's not really that funny, but I thought it was hilarious.
He was just sitting there with his fat face and everything on, just like, ooh.
Yeah.
This is
Well, they
going
got
straight to the spank
I don't
bank.
remember the name of it, but there's a video where they show like 10 different things in cartoons that like are extremely inappropriate that like only adults would get, and that was one of them.
I don't know, I don't do all that shit no more.
There she is.
There she is.
Y'all be good, mama.
Stupid damn computer.
She is Miss
Ooh,
America.
man, look at that attitude. Isn't Peachy so sexy when she's mad?
I thought Southern women were like Southern belles, was like hospitality and all that crap.
Until our computers screw up.
Oh, okay.
And then we go ballistic.
She's
Huh?
hospitable. She'll make you dinner and be like, get the fuck in here and eat it.
You damn Skippy straight, I will.
My
Sit down and
computer's
eat.
messed up, man. I can't even make no more videos.
What happened?
I guess I could do it on this computer, but fuck that. I don't like laptops.
What the hell's Gear got going on here? What is that, man? It looks like
I don't know.
eyeballs or something.
Where'd John go?
He just dropped out.
He's like, hell,
might-
yeah,
Damn internet.
Yeah, he might have just said, hell, screw these guys and they're nuts. You know, we've been talking these nuts too much.
Probably.
You tend to forget about people when, you know, once you get in here and you start to get a little loose and wild and everything, you forget about some, you know.
yeah, I forgot what it was like to talk on the chat. I ain't talked on one, and I always just got my picture up on the chat now, and I don't ever talk. I just sit here in the closet. Transformers.
Oh, Lord.
Time's come out.
Yeah, last night on Tommy's chat, well, Oily was on there too.
All right, tell me what happened in there. Like, what the fuck did I get blamed for today?
Not in Tommy's chat.
You didn't get blamed in Tommy's chat.
Tommy typed something in that he thought he was saying something to somebody else,
Wait,
and Ivan typed something in, and Tommy thought that Ivan was responding to him.
yeah,
and
that's what I'm
that
talking
was a mix-up. Yeah, that was a mix-up.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's what
yeah,
see, I didn't know
yeah,
what he was talking about, dude. I've seriously, I was like 80 miles away from my house. You know?
right.
I had no idea what was going
Poor
on. I'm
Tommy.
like, huh?
Poor
But
Tommy.
Manland was on there, and we were talking about. He had no clue on that first chat that I did what he said that night. He was
Oh my
like,
God.
he goes, I must have been drinking. I was like, well, yeah. I mean, we sat there for an hour before the chat started while he was killing a bottle of 151 Bacardi. So,
Oh, you talking
Oh
about
my.
Manland? The
Mott, he's running
ultimate
for president.
travesty.
what's that?
Yes.
He's running for president.
Yeah, well, he can do that as long as since I didn't publish that video.
Wow. Do you know what time we finally got off the computer, Ohio?
What,
I
Friday?
don't know. I got off at like 6:30 in the morning.
9:41 a.m.
I didn't
Your
get off
time?
until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, my time.
That would have been like freaking almost noon here.
Yeah. Yes. It was really. It was a
Are you drinking?
really good.
Am I what?
Are you drinking? Are you celebrating 420 today?
No.
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 I'm at
She's
work.
central. She ain't but like one time zone away.
What was that movie? Meet the
What?
Fuck.
No, she's in Texas. She's like 2 time zones away, isn't she?
No, she's in
Just
central.
one.
Only for me.
Yeah.
She's 2 hours. You're Central Time, right?
Yes.
We
Yeah,
ain't but
she's-
one away from you too, Yankee.
She's only 1 hour behind us.
I don't know. I was thinking.
Just one. Just one.
Central's an hour.
Everybody
What is
calling
it?
me
It's
out.
Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific, right?
Right. Pacific is 3.
Yeah.
Mountain is 2.
Yeah. That's like over yonder.
No, there's only
What?
2 states, I think, in the mountain. I think it's,
I just cooked some sausage turkey.
Eddie, would you like some sausage?
would you like some sausage?
It sucked. I
that,
should have cooked the venison.
Remember the movie Meet the Fockers when he was talking about smoking weed and they sang Puff the Magic Dragon? But he didn't sing it, he like just said it. He's like, well, Puff the Magic Dragon, he lived by the sea. And he was in the car with De Niro. And they were talking about smoking
Yes.
weed.
Yes,
No, I
I
can't-
love it. I have both of them.
Can't say that I did because I haven't seen those movies.
Oh, they're great.
Meet the Fockers.
I don't like Ben Stiller.
Oh, you know?
I'm not a
Me-
big fan of him either.
It was a good
Except the Night at the Museum stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, that was
movie.
alright.
Night at the Museum was
How
good.
could you not like Ben Stiller?
I'm not a Ben. I don't like
It's annoying to me.
That's all right. You know who I can't stand? I can't stand Will Ferrell.
Hey,
Oh, agreed.
Now, see, I like Will Ferrell. I'll tell you who my favorite is probably is Vince Vaughn. I mean, Vince Vaughn is fucking hilarious.
that dude's pretty funny. That blonde-headed dude that hangs out with him sometimes.
Oh, Owen Wilson?
Oh,
He's
Will.
not, I'm not really a fan of his
Owen's
comedy
fine.
because it kind of sucks.
I love Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. He's in Meet the Fockers, too.
Owen Wilson kind of sucks.
It kind of depends what show he's in. It's kind of that way with everybody that was mentioned, though.
He's got a new movie coming out where he plays like it's a serious movie, where he takes his family over to like some place over in Asia or whatever. He gets a job over there, and he takes his whole family over there and tries to start a new life, and they end up in the middle of a war.
Oh, wow.
And they're Americans over there trapped in this, it's called like No Escape or something like that. It looks pretty good, man.
Is it set in current times or back times? Like in the
Current
past?
times.
Oh.
Current times.
Middle Ages.
All
He's
right.
probably over in like Laos or Cambodia or some shit like that,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or the
Jared was
Philippines.
watching something. I don't know what it was, but it was on normal TV tonight. It's like Basic American or something, and it is nuts. It is so current events. It's not funny.
Are we still alive?
Yeah, we're still.
Yeah.
You see the yellow button up in the upper right hand
Have
corner.
y'all ever really thought about, like, why do we do this live sometimes? Like, just the hangout.
Well, because it's fun.
Why the hell do we do it? Like, how come we don't do, like interviews and serious things live and then, like, goof off and stuff in the. Well, I mean, we goof off in the afters anyway, but, like, why do we do the goofy ones? I don't know. I guess people enjoy it, but, like,
Hey, do me a
sometimes I
Are
favor.
you
like.
serious?
Can somebody do me a favor? Somebody pass him a joint, please.
I think 420
Right?
is very philosophical there, Jack. You think very in depth.
Happy 420, everybody.
Hey, me, Jack, at 10 minutes. Jack, that was way too
You're-
deep. 10 minutes of 3 in the morning.
Well, I was just like thinking about that. Like, why the hell do I do a goofy ass chat? Like, it started out like I interviewed metal detectorists, and I was all serious and stuff. And then like one day I was just like butt sex.
I guess people like to laugh, man. You know, forget about the real problems.
But it's, I guess it's, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I haven't been just a commenter in a long time. I've always
We should
been like
totally
on the
try it,
panel. It's weird. Like I can't hardly watch a chat without being on the chat. I'd rather just be like, instead of commenting and typing, I'd just be like, hey, hashtag clean beavers.
Sickman99, how are you tonight, brother? Thanks for coming in.
Then Mike's like, right, blah 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 blah.
I gotta get all the shouts out, man. I don't want to forget the people that are out there.
That's Mike's job on my chat is the shout outs. That's his job.
You know, and I forgot Jason McDaniel. I feel like a jerk. I don't like to leave people
Shouted him
out.
out.
I know you do.
Jason's in here?
Relaxed
He
on my
was.
chat. Like, I automatically assumed that the people, like already. I don't know. Like, I've just got really relaxed on mine. Like, I used to multitask so much, and I'd be like not nervous. I don't get nervous, I don't have that emotion. But like, I don't know. I would get this feeling like I'm not satisfying people. Like, if I don't say hello to each person, like hello, Donnie Darko, which is really Sky Turd, and things like that. I don't
Oh, is
know.
it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He mimics everything I say. Look at hashtag clean babies. Butt sex.
Butt sex. Remember when he came in the night and all we kept saying was butt sex?
He likes you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
not old enough to know what that is.
I like making people laugh. I guess that's why my show turned into that, I guess. I'd rather just make people laugh than be serious.
Right.
But like I'm really getting into the political chats and stuff now. Like now that I'm in the
No. You're not going to get all political on me after you give me such a shitstorm the one night.
I'm not talking about like expressing my opinion
brother,
because my spaceman's opinion would like blow y'all's fucking minds and shit. Y'all can't.
Oh, you just talking, watching it for entertainment purposes?
Yeah, I watch them because I mean it's just entertaining seeing people just bitch about things that they have no control over and do nothing to change. It's just weird, man. It's hilarious. I like watching it now, and like sometimes, like if it's something that matters, like cops killing somebody, or I'll kind of get in that discussion. But when they're actually talking about, like Democrats and Republicans, those two phony systems that happen, that everybody's still buying into. When people actually talk about who they're going to vote for, I laugh at that. It's like. I can put my tea glass on the Republican side, and I can take that dump my dog took on the Democrat side, and people would still fucking vote for my tea glass or something, just because they don't want that dog turd in office, It doesn't matter what's in that position. They're going to vote for it regardless because of their traditional, simple-minded point of view,
Wow. Jack, you're in a roll, brother.
No, I mean, I don't know. That's why I don't ever talk to nobody about my views because I dissect everything and come up with my own conclusion. I don't like being labeled in
More
anything.
people should
I'm
do
not
that, Jack.
What?
More people should do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. More people should have more than an 80 IQ. I mean, I'm like pushing 170, and like my head's just fucked up, Everybody thinks I'm just a dumbass, you know, I'm just a retard, you know, like,
I don't think that.
I could dig
I don't think
holes
that at
and
all.
shit.
But I
I
just
pick on
wish.
the guitar. I mean, fuck, I'm a whole lot more than that, too, you know.
I wish people
I'm
would
really
open
into
their
science
eyes.
and electronics and, you know, all kinds of shit, you know. That's why my name is Jack of all trades. I'm not just a fucking person that digs holes, you know.
Right.
You know what? You know what else I've noticed that Jack is into?
Look at this pull tab I found. There. I might not be a smart man, but I know what that
Well,
is.
but you know what else he's into?
What's that?
These nuts, guy.
Got him.
Yeah. Well, you know, I am going to go ahead and kill the live because it's going on 3 o'clock, and we've been going at it here for almost 4 hours.
I just
need
wanted
to
to say
drink Jack Daniels more
I
often.
just wanted to say to Bush brother, you're right. I was about this close.
To fall asleep. Yeah. As soon as I kill the live, Mike's going to be like, "Oh, guys, I gotta go to bed." So.
Well, that's why. I'll tell you what. Before we even do that, right? Before we even kill the chat, I'll say now. Good night, everybody. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. All right.
And
And thanks for watching, guys, from all of us here on the panel. I don't know. Does anybody want to shout out or say anything, or can I just kill it?
I just wanted to say real quick that I won't be having a chat Tuesday. I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow, and I'm anticipating that my mouth's probably going to be pretty sore, so I'm not going to do the chat Tuesday night.
What?
So you'll just have to wait and instead of watching 2 chats in one night, you just have to wait for Jack of all trades to do that tone.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gonna be wild.
And I'll talk to you all then. I'm sure I'll be up. I just don't know that my mouth's gonna feel like chit-chatting.
So
What you
I'll
haven't
just go ahead and throw it out there. I just want to go ahead and throw it out there. Dig that tone with Jack of all trades on Tuesday night. What time? 10, 11 o'clock, Jack?
10 Central.
10 Central.
11 Eastern.
Only
Bush.
on Titty Tuesday.
And then every other Friday night, you got Mike DeLucia's channel. We got The Quagmire.
He needs to go on and like do that shit like every week.
He needs to do it every Friday. I'm trying to talk him into doing it every Friday.
I know, but I don't know yet. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I still got a wife that I got to deal with, so.
Yeah. Well.
There's always duct tape, Mike.
It's not that. It's just that, I can't. I do these chats on the nights that she works, so as to not disrupt my marriage. So.
Oh, come on.
All right. Everybody check out those chats. Come back, see us here on Sunday nights. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. And with that being said, oh, yeah, where's Gear at? Gear's got to take us out.
Y'all have a good one.